I took our love and I put it on ice. This bed is cold and it don't feel right. Ain't nobody else who loved me like that. You love me like that, no. If you give me space then I'll give you the sky. Yeah, you got me thinking we could try. Ain't nobody else who loved me like that. You love me like that. When I said it's over, thought I really meant that. Now I'm wanting you back, so just hold me closer. Ain't nobody like us, now I know. So come on and love me like you did before. Tell me I'm worth fighting for. Show me that there's something more. We can do better. Brick by brick we built these walls, but tonight we'll watch them fall. So love me like you did before. We can do better, we can do better.
Feeling all the noise in here, it's becoming an ache. Pull me into calm and deep, and take me out to the waves. Cause I feel like a waste of space, breathing in the air. But you hold me like I might just break, like you want me there. So Empty hearts and neon lights, they're playing with my mind. Gotta get out of here tonight. Oh, I wanna run off and fly, and I'll tell myself it's fine to be alone, just to find somewhere that finally feels like home. Oh, oh, oh. I hate all this overthinking. Oh, 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 oh. The more I swim, the more I'm sinking. Take me to a world of silver. No more heartbreaks, tears, painkillers. Take me somewhere unfamiliar. Bring me back to where we started out. Get me out of now, to where we started out. Get me out of now, to where we started out. La 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 la, oh, oh. Get me out of broken hearts and starting fights, turning truth to lies. Gotta get up, stop wasting time. Yeah, I wanna run off and fly, and I'll tell myself it's fine to be alone, just to find somewhere that finally feels like home. Oh, oh, oh. I hate all this overthinking. Oh, 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 oh. The more I swim, the more I'm sinking. Take me to a world of silver. No more heartbreaks,
are we scared of the unknown and not the past? Look for distractions so we can get it off our minds. It's hard to stand when we don't feel strong. But look around, we are never alone. It's hard to stand when we don't feel strong. But look around, we are never alone. Don't give up, it's not the end. This could be the best that's ever been. Don't give up, it's not the end. Just give it time, it'll be alright again. Just give it time, it'll be alright again. It'll be alright again. It'll be alright again. It'll be alright again. We've got a fire inside our soul that don't go out. We're beautiful people that can't quit pressing on. It's hard to stand when we don't feel strong. But look around, we are never alone. It's hard to stand when we don't feel strong. But look around, we are never alone. Don't give up, it's not the end. This could be the best that's ever been. Don't give up, it's not the end. Just give it time, it'll be alright again. Just give it time, it'll be alright again. It'll be alright again. Oh, it'll be alright again.
Even now, you're coming up to me, fire lighting up the sky. Feel the ground shaking underneath, trying to take me alive. Get ready for the fallout. Can't stop me now. I got no rival. I'ma find my way through the blood and pain game of survival. Any time or place, watch 'em run away. I got none. I'll be standing on my own, never gonna take
Alrighty, hello everyone, and welcome to another edition of Clarke County's Gamer Bash Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Tournament. My name is Kevin Clayton, and today I am joined by Bailey Ontiveros. Bailey, how are you doing right now?
I'm doing great, Kevin. I'm really excited to see these players compete today, and I've been looking forward to it since, say, yesterday.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Well, we do have some exciting matchups here today. We've gotten a chance to get a good look at the players, a couple of familiar faces from the last couple events. For those of you who may just be joining us for the first time, this has been an ongoing series, one event about every month or so. Which means that we've seen a handful of players kind of make a name for themselves here. Mainly being Shenandoah's Willie and Kip have done a pretty strong job in the event so far, kind of taking control of first and second. But a change-up from last event, we got to see the Belt Giver, a Sonic player, able to really make a splash this time around and take third place in the last event. But we got to see a couple of fresh faces behind us, which means we could see a pretty big mix-up from what we have seen the last couple of times.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. And I don't really know what these players have to bring to the table this time around, but I am excited to see if there is an upset that happens. And, I mean, Willie and Kip are amazing and really, really good, and I would be shocked to see if anyone dethroned them, but I'm ready. I'm ready.
Oh, yeah. I feel like we all are. It's the kind of thing that you never expect to happen until suddenly someone pulls out Mii Sword Fighter and just does something crazy. But with all of that aside, jokes from the last event, we did get a little bit of a rule change-up as well from the last event as request from the players who competed. Big thing being the winner of the series, or of one match, will ban 3 stages instead of banning 2, which that will change up sort of what potential stages we will see from opponents, maybe some of the strategies involved of like tighter blast zones and stuff like that, give a little bit more agency to the person who won the initial series and kind of reward them for that playstyle. I mean, you want to give the winner a little bit of control. If they can get that initial momentum going, I mean, I get it.
Yeah, no, I want to see what they end up pulling out, because I'm not fully familiar with how map picks really benefit the person picking them. But I have seen in some instances, like when maps that have the platforms, that those can be a big advantage, of course. And really just seeing with whatever character they end up picking, what way they decide to go with this change.
Oh yeah, it'll be good overall. Now, we are seeing on the back house side of things that the players are getting themselves situated on the setups. We will have 2 players who I don't believe have been on the broadcast this last go-around, so we get to see a completely fresh matchup all around this time. Is there any character you're looking forward to seeing? I mean, I have my bias, you know. I'm a K-Rool player. I enjoy seeing my big crocodile make an appearance, jump scare someone, and then go back to the depths.
Yes.
But that's just me.
Now, Kevin, you know me. I'm a big Zelda nerd. I want to see Link. I want to see not Toon Link, not Young Link. Link. He's my guy. I love him so much. I love doing the where I get them up in the air and then I do my up B and just spin them off the map. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If I can see a Link player today, I'd be very, very happy. Or Zelda. I'll settle for Zelda.
Yeah, I mean, hey, good placings all around. And on top of that, I think this might not fit the category too well, but I have seen Ganondorfs make appearances at
yes.
Winchester tournaments. Again, in a similar vein to what I was saying about K-Rool, they kind of pop out of the depths, jump scare one player, send them to the lower bracket, and then go back into the depths. Nobody really knows what's going on, but hey, they have a plan and they're pretty good at it.
Yeah. I mean, hey, they'll use his weight to their advantage, I suppose. Whatever, I can't remember what that's called, but where he goes up, spins, and then comes down on
Right.
you. I've been taken out by that way too many times.
Oh yeah, it is brutal each and every time. I'm excited to see a little bit more of what some of these players who are returning this time around are going to have to deal with the players who are new. I believe we have upwards of like 6 to 8 fresh faces this time around.
Yeah.
The top 3 from last time are the same, but the overall player base, couple more faces from Shenandoah, couple more faces from the local Smash community. I mean, there is potential here for people to get some weird matchups, some stuff that they're not ordinarily used to, and I'm all for it.
Yeah, I'm ready to see some counter picks and stuff. Like, I don't know what the counter picks might be, but I'm ready to see some craziness go down.
Oh, yeah. I mean, when it comes to dealing with a counter pick setup in Smash Bros., you tend to see people. That's usually where you have some of the most flexible players. One player in particular who's here today, a Lemonade, or a Lim, I believe is the tag that he goes by. He is a very, very adaptable player.
Yeah.
Going down the list, I mean, we got, I believe, like Rob, Ensign, I think Pyramithra,
Yeah.
I think Sora.
Yeah.
Like, oh, and I could keep going. Like, I know that there are like 5 other characters that this player picks up and has fun with, just kind of enjoys. But if the situation calls for it, that level of adaptation just on the fly can make a huge difference, especially considering a lot of these players only stick with one character.
Yeah,
If you're
for
put in a
sure.
bad matchup, it could spell disaster.
Yeah, no, definitely. I know I don't really have any other like picks, and I should probably pick some up. But having that versatility is huge, especially when you're going up against these new players, because we don't know what they're going to bring to the table, and neither do they. So, yeah, excited to see.
Yeah, when it comes to my counter picks, it's the 2 characters, right? You got the K. Rool, who's doing his own thing, vibing. And then I picked up Kazuya for a bit.
Oh.
That character is a hilarious nightmare that
Yes.
is probably not fun to play against, but let me make it clear. It is so much fun to play.
Yeah.
And that is the kind of difference that can really change things up is K. Rool, big body. Sometimes you need something that's a little faster. You might need to mix things up with that.
Yeah.
And therefore, Kazuya needs to make an appearance. Other times, I'm just too stubborn.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, we know Willie plays Kazuya, and he plays him very well. And I'll say this, for you playing Kazuya, I was in a hotel room one night with Kevin going off about all the different ways that you can kill as Kazuya and all the crazy things and how he is invincible in some moves. So, yeah, he is a powerhouse. And if Willie brings that out, I think whoever he's up against is going to be very scared.
Yeah, that was basically the entire experience of Supernova at the time. Was we go back and like, so how good is Kazuya? I'm like, oh, let me explain this. There's some crazy stuff that this character can do, and I gave the full rundown. Everyone who volunteered from Shenandoah and who saw that, jaws on the floor, wondering what in the world did we just get into?
Yeah, it was horrifying. Again, when Willie gets down when he's playing Kazuya and he does like a little crouch and he like gets really close to you, like really fast, horrifying.
Oh yeah, and I mean on top of that, he has that Terry Bogard that makes has had runs during this event too. It kind of fills this other niche of like having more tools. But enough of number 1 player here at the moment. We got our first matchup here. We got the Toon Link versus the Byleth. Dark Dreamsa versus YWN probably. Either way, it's going to be interesting to see. You did get one of the links for your initial matchup. It's just not the link that you want.
And you know what? That's all right. I'm excited to see how he can really use his moves to his advantage. Because with Link, you want to stay kind of far away and build up damage from a distance. And then once you get the percentage up enough, you just go in, strike, and get them off the map.
Oh, yeah. And now looking at the Byleth side of things, we can see when dealing with Byleth, you have a lot of moves that take a little bit to come out, but are really good at controlling that space, just covering a lot of forward momentum. We do see Young Link able to, or Toon Link, excuse me, able to get the up smash going, able to get an arrow, a little bit more damage building up. As Byleth goes for an air dodge, I believe that was a misinput, but the first stock of this series is taken.
Yep, and there we go. They're just going to have to try and do what they can to get close to this Toon Link because he's keeping his distance. He's using his arrows. He's using his bombs. Oh, there you go. Accidentally hit himself with one. But he's doing a pretty good job at controlling the map.
I'm liking what I'm seeing from the Byleth right now. Byleth is trying to find the best way to take this stock, looking for a couple of forward smashes, trying to get a couple of arrows going as well. But this Toon Link player is doing a real good job of controlling that space, like you were saying, just really kind of sitting at a distance in that uncomfortable spot where Byleth can't hit them unless they commit to an option. And by that point, YWN is dashing back, getting out of the way.
Absolutely. And even if Byleth decides to land on the platform there, Toon Link could just use his up B, yeah. Oh, there we go. Losing one stock, though. That's unfortunate for him.
One forward tilt will be enough to do it as Byleth is sitting 135, looking for an opportunity to equalize things out. But another air dodge will be able to close out another stock. Momentum falling into the hands of this Toon Link player, but we could see in the face cam a little bit, Dark Dreams is doing a really good job of just kind of not getting too affected by it, but the up B tether will not grab the ledge, and unfortunate SD, but an SD all the same, meaning that the first match of this series will go over to the Toon Link player.
Yes, and I'm very happy with that. I cannot lie. I said I wanted some Zelda characters up there, and while I did just want regular Link, I'll settle for some Toon Link.
Yeah, Toon Link Gaming. This is a character that I know has caused some problems for Shenandoah's roster in the past. There's something about Toon Link where the projectiles are just floaty enough, just kind of like weird in the way that they work. And that hero spin that you were talking about,
Yes.
people will try to land on Toon Link all the time and just start going for the hero spin. And it just doesn't, like they can't get past it. It's so weird.
Do you think it's just kind of like how his hitbox is set up?
Yeah, because he's just like, he's small. Like he's a small character that's fast, that has projectiles, and he just kind of like dances around whatever you have going on. I'm hoping if we do get to see a little bit more of this player, they could really mess up some of the game plans of some of Shenandoah's players, and there are a lot of Shenandoah players here today.
Yes, there is indeed. But it's looking like we're going to go in with a... Is that Steve?
Yeah, it's we got a character change up. We got Steve on deck up against the Byleth player, which means that we're going to see a little bit less space control, like projectile game from the Steve player, but at the same time, you will see plenty of crazy setups like this.
Yes, oh my goodness. Yeah, now I've never... Well, I can't say I've never, but I haven't played against Steve a lot, nor have I played him myself. But I know he's kind of a mean character, but really, really strong.
Oh, yeah. Oh, the air dodge! Ooh. He fell into the Byleth with neutral special, able to get the shot off. A great confirmation there to close out that first stock as, oh no, the back air comes out and the tether won't grab the ledge once again. But even still, Dark Dreams looking a little comfortable this time around.
Yeah, no, I mean, despite, those mishaps happening, he seems very comfortable, and like he is using as many of his abilities to his advantage, obviously, and playing him very, very well.
Yeah, look at the way Dark Dreams is just kind of controlling the platform space. A forward smash connecting on the tipper sweet spot, almost KOs, but there's that minecart value. Able to run up, get that up smash going. YWN sitting pretty and able to punish the landing with that forward smash.
Now, remind me, Kevin, how many matches are they going to play?
This should be a best of 5 to start things off for this bracket, just because of the amount of players that we have here today, which means that we should see more opportunities for the players to kind of adapt going forward.
Yeah, absolutely. And YWN, I mean, pulling out 2 different moves of stock, 2 different characters back to back here. I mean, this person could really have a lot up their sleeve that they could show us moving forward. And
that was the big talking point at the start of the broadcast. One Steve up smash will close a stock, but if you are able to adapt to your needs, to your wants, it can make a world of difference. We do see Steve making an appearance, getting a little bit of damage going. The minecart destroyed by the arrow, but here comes that diamond sword getting a good combo going. Very good from Dark Dreams, able to cancel the bow into a side B, looking for the spike afterwards. It seems like Dark Dreams is wanting to close things out. Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, I'd be afraid to be up against this person. I don't like what he's doing. It's really good. And all the same, look at this, right? We have the grab back onto the ledge, couple of resources grabbed. Steve trying to zone out, trying to get a couple more projectiles, but there's that minecart value. Able to get a little bit more. The up smash comes out. Is it enough? It is! YWN taking the series 2-0 for now. The Steve looking strong, but Dark Dreams, or Dark Dreams SA, doing a good job of trying to get a better footing this time around. And if that momentum continues, he could take a match in this series. Yeah, and I mean, it could also just be nerves right now. I mean, the match just started, and going back-to-back with 2 different characters is a little unsettling. You don't really get your footing very well. Yeah, that's something that Willie made a real big point about. I don't believe that happened during an interview, but a big point that he made during the last event was he feels the pressure to switch. If he loses a game on one character, he feels the pressure to switch. And speaking of switching, we are now on Final Destination, and someone has picked up Kazuya Mishima. This is a very dangerous spot to be in. It looks like Dark Dreamsa has picked up Kazuya to cause problems for YWN, but even so, I was not expecting this matchup this early in the bracket.
Not at all. Oh my goodness. I mean, we were talking about how strong Kazuya is and how scary he can be if you know how to play him right. And the only thing here that I see is that Kazuya, you have to get really close, besides his laser beam, right? But with Steve, he has a couple projectiles that he can use that could displace Kazuya on this map.
Yeah, look at these setups right now. Oh, the down air sends Kazuya flying down to the bottom blast zone. A couple of hard hits, but there is that side special. Getting a little bit more damage, keeping Steve stunned. Look at that.
I don't know how you can dodge that laser beam because it comes out so fast and it does so much damage, but yeah, I mean, he's doing a really good job at being able to avoid, well, couldn't avoid that one, but generally was doing a really good job at being able to avoid those kicks that Kazuya was throwing out.
Yeah, a couple more TNTs placed, just trying to zone out Kazuya, prevent the player from getting close, but there's those lasers keeping that distance away, saying, hey, listen, if you want to sit away from me, that's fine. I got a projectile to deal with it.
Kind of doing that link strategy we were talking about, just build up damage from far away, get close, and give the final blow.
And one minecart into the up smash will keep things going. The down air canceled on the main platform. We do see Kazuya able to get back onto the ledge, does have the kill button online. Will they be able to connect it? We will have to see. It's not always the easiest to get, especially when your opponent is able to dance around your setups. One grab into a quick throw will send Kazuya off stage once more, but they are able to make it back to the ledge.
And Kevin, can you explain to me what the kill button is? Because I hear it's a big deal. It's this little thing that just pops up and it gets all glowy. What is it?
Yeah, so when Kazuya hits, strong forward smash there.
Ooh.
When Kazuya hits 100%, one of his moves gets amplified. It goes from a solid 20% move to dealing upwards of 45.
Wow.
It has incredible super armor. There is nothing that beats it out. So it is wild to see just how well people are able to keep things going, as the Kazuya forward tilt is able to secure one stock there and keep things rolling.
Yeah, and Steve here does have the stock advantage, I'd say, with Kazuya at 77, but Kazuya can really bring it up here and get the advantage instead because of how much damage his moves do.
Yeah, here it is again. The rage drive, the kill button is online, but you do need to get out of the minecart first. But the up special goes past the ledge and will end the series, meaning that YWN will be able to take the start of this bracket with a pretty strong performance overall. Yeah,
no, I'd say so. It's just unfortunate that diamond sword just had a little bit more reach on the edge than I think he was expecting and got him just knocked off.
Yeah, and that's the hardest part about Steve, is that you feel like if you're playing against the character, there are so many things you need to keep track of.
Yes. Oh my gosh. That's how I feel. Whenever he's just running around, I just see iron and then dirt popping up out of nowhere. I'm like, what is happening?
Yeah, he's got the full resource bar, and on top of that, maybe you do get a stock advantage, right? You take the lead initially, and suddenly there's a diamond, Steve falls from the platform, goes over to the crafting table, picks up a diamond sword, and is suddenly comboing you for 70, upwards of 80, maybe even a 0 to death. I mean, it's scary stuff.
Yeah, and I mean, as we were saying before, I almost wonder, is that where he's going to stop? Is he just going to keep playing Steve, or is he going to pull something else out that's even scarier?
It could go either way. I mean, personally, I think whatever feels better for that situation should be the go-to.
Yeah.
Seeing the Toon Link to start and then feeling comfortable for the secondary. Usually players swap like that. It's to get more experience. Maybe they are trying to swap characters going forward and get a little bit more practice on that. Steve, can you blame them? Yeah. Steve is pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, as we saw, I didn't realize how much damage that Steve could really do because, again, I don't play against him very often, but that was wild. Yeah. I mean, they were pretty even, though, because they ended up both with 1-1 stock, so not too crazy, I'd say.
Yeah, 2 games of Byleth and leading it down, going from a 2 stock deficit to a 1 stock and then another 1 stock. it's clear that everything was falling into place.
Yes.
Even if it was Kazuya on Final Destination, like that setup was clearly deliberate, kind of forcing your opponent. Oh yeah, like hey, let's go to Final Destination. Kazuya Mishima makes an appearance. Everyone is very scared, startled, because there are no platforms, and Kazuya can really just run crazy, run rampant when there are none to be seen. Yeah. What do you do when a scary demon man is crouching at you at incredibly high speed?
Well, Mach speed, and then all of a sudden you just get uppercut and you're gone.
Yeah. Oh, man. Great stuff all around. We will see a couple of replays here to kind of look over the series. I mean, keeping things rolling, it was a lot of just zoning out the Byleth to start things out, as well as a couple of unfortunate SDs, which disappeared as the series went on. It must have been nerves.
I really genuinely think it was nerves. And, I mean, you could see how much more comfortable they got, especially when they did switch to Kazuya. They seemed like they were being able to control a little bit more what they were doing.
Yeah, and the space coverage was definitely there, but even so, the down air to try and take that stock early, it's clear that Dark Dream SA or Dark Dreams was trying to really keep as much momentum in their favor as possible.
Yes.
I believe this was the last SD of this series. Like, this was the moment where we got to see a little bit more, a little bit of a lock-in from both players trying to commit to their options.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I completely agree. And I think what might have thrown him off a little bit in this second match was the Steve coming out. Definitely threw him off for sure, given they just went up against Toon Link, where Toon Link keeps his distance, and then Steve's all of a sudden running at you.
Yeah, Steve is definitely one of those kind of bait and switch characters. You'll sit back for a little bit. Steve is just gathering resources all the time, only to suddenly turn at you and start swinging that diamond sword over and over.
That was such an unfortunate down.
Yeah, that down air was tough all the same, but a strong performance overall from YWN.
You know, I completely agree. And, ooh, that kick was pretty good. It was not expecting it to come out there, I think.
Yeah, it's definitely kind of one of those beefy options that a lot of people just aren't always ready for. If you jump from the ledge there, you will end up taking that hard hit, but all the same, we just see a bit of a back and forth. Another boot to the face.
Sending him right off the map. I mean, geez, look at that.
Yeah,
Ooh, got caught in the cart. I didn't even realize that happened. Yeah. Oh, that's okay. I see now. And then that's when the sword came up.
Yeah, it was. The minecart is such a weird phenomenon in this game because most characters, the way it works is it's got command grab properties, which just means if I'm in shield, it will grab me anyway. Oh. Every other character in this game who has a command grab will need to be in your face to connect that move. Steve is the exception. Okay. Steve will send that minecart flying at you, and you either have to jump over it, get out of the way, or frankly, even if you do jump over it, maybe Steve decides, actually, I want to ride this minecart. My hitbox is a little bigger, and suddenly you're sent flying because you hit me instead of the minecart.
Can you, button mash out of it if you get caught into it?
You can. It's very hard to do. The inputs at a certain percentage, you will see players just almost breaking their controllers just
to get
trying.
out.
Yeah.
I mean, as we saw, it just took off with him and took him. It looked like he was going to go straight down and not be able to get out of it, but he did recover, and then unfortunately got hit with the diamond sword.
Right, and that another big point of that is, let's say I do mash out of the Steve up smash, right? And suddenly I pop out right into the air. I'm out of the minecart. I think I'm safe. Well, the Steve player can very deliberately wait for you to be done mashing and then go for that up smash where they place that block above them, just kind of let you take that damage, sizzle for a moment, and then break it again. It's weird, it's fluky, it's kind of play style that you don't see a lot with characters in Ultimate. You don't see a lot of people who wait for grab breaks or bury breaks. There are a couple, the Banjos of the world, the K-Rules of the world, they're there, but it's not something you're always ready for, preemptive.
No, absolutely. I mean, I don't think you're really expecting the other person to come right next to you and then just because you want to build up that damage from far away, as we were saying before, and you want to be able to whatever ability you end up using, have that be what launches the other person off the map.
Yeah, Smash Bros. Ultimate is a very, despite having that like fighting game feeling to it, it is very much a game that you can really space out your opponent.
Yes.
You can sit pretty far away and build up a solid amount of percent. The rushdown characters in Ultimate are pretty good. Like the Roys of the world, the Kazuya's, they do what they are supposed to do. Run in your face and get as much damage as possible.
Yep.
But beyond that, a lot of players, as Ultimate's meta has developed, are very comfortable taking like just sitting back, relaxing, and saying, let me just throw a couple of projectiles, build up some percent before I feel like running at you.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And for Smash, because again, I'm not completely familiar with it, it is different from other fighting games, like you said, in that you can also cancel kind of inputs that you do, right?
Yeah, so Smash Bros. Has a very unique factor in that a lot of moves can be, like the combo game in Smash plays it very different than the combo game in a lot of traditional fighters, or even, I think Rivals even is very deliberate about not special canceling too much. You can just cancel a move like I'm going to throw out my Nair and then immediately go for my side B or my up B and just keep things rolling, get my recovery back on stage while still hitting you on or into the stage. There's so many unique ways to like get your combo game going.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's all good all around.
Yeah, and I think for being able to not necessarily cancel, but just kind of override whatever input you've done for Kazuya, since he comes from an older game where you can't do that, that is what makes him even scarier. Is that you can just be like, you know what, I'm going to do this super hard hitting punch, and I'm going to juke you with something that you think you can get away from, and then, no, I'm going to come in and do this instead and absolutely eviscerate you.
Yeah, the buffer system is a blessing and a curse. We've seen the blessing on Shenandoah's broadcasts in the past.
Yes.
Shout out to some of our players who will just stand there throwing out the same move because the opponent does not know what to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they are so comfortable just committing to the bit. It's beautiful sometimes. Not always preferred by some of the people watching at home, but hey, wins a win.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So moving forward, for the recurring people who are here today, what are you expecting to see from them and the characters that they're going to be bringing out? Because we saw a pretty big start already. Like, how does you think that sets this competition up? Yeah,
it's a lot of unique characters from what we have seen in the past. The three familiar faces are Kazuya, Pac-Man, and Sonic.
Yes.
And while Kazuya did make an appearance right at the end of that series, it's interesting to see that now there was a Byleth, Ace, Steve, and the Toon Link were not here last time, as far as I remember.
Yep.
On top of that, I know there are Falco players here, like Star Fox characters.
Yes.
A couple of those players making the rounds. A couple of more Fire Emblem players, the Roys of the world, will make an appearance. The Wolf players as well.
Ooh, yes.
There's like a good, solid mix, relatively rushdown heavy for this sort of event, but I'm expecting that just because you play a rushdown character doesn't necessarily mean, or just because there are more rushdown characters than maybe zoner characters, that doesn't necessarily mean that the zoners will walk away on top. People who are good at zoning can be very, very difficult to deal with.
Yeah, no, I believe so. I mean, what are you supposed to do when every time you get launched in the air and you try to come back down, you just don't even touch the ground at that point because they have such good control of the entire stage?
Yeah, I mean, we got to work an event called Boost on the Beach, for those of you who may be joining for the Clarke County side of things. That event was very, the top player at that event played Greninja. And that was his entire game plan, was to get you in the air, and if you got back onto the stage, you could see it in his face. Something went wrong. Because he will keep you in the air, juggling you until you are at upwards of 80, 90%, just keeping it rolling. Anarchy is a beast to behold. And a very good player.
Oh my god, I'd get so frustrated because I'd be like, oh no, I know I can get down, I know I can touch the ground, but no, oh my goodness, I would I'd cry. I'd cry, Kevin.
Well, speaking of characters whose goal is to keep you airborne, keep you on, or to keep you in a combo for as long as possible, we will get the next match in this series. We got AJ versus Golf, a Falco Ness matchup, which I do believe we have seen the Ness player before at this local. They are a very strong player. AJ is a Shenandoah regular, is definitely the kind of player that you do need to look out for, because once one good combo gets started, we will see a full cutscene breakout.
Oh, yes, absolutely. And AJ's fantastic. I mean, I've seen him play just in passing, and I would not want to go up against this guy. And the one thing I have always been wary of is the deflect that Falco has.
Oh yeah, that's going to play a pretty big factor in here, especially with Ness's PK fires. You got to be very careful with your options as we see the PK Flash able to secure that stock. There is no double jump on Golf. Golf is going to have to use the PK Thunder. We'll find an opportunity back on the stage, but we'll get the double jump back there as we get a PK fire and the percentage builds quickly.
And so how quickly do you get your abilities back, do you think, or is it just dependent on person to person?
Oh, wow, a very awkward spot to be. AJ will go down there, but when you're looking for your double jump, you will get it back if you can land back on the stage. If you use it out there, you are going to get caught in situations like that where AJ gets that forward air to secure that stock. You can take stocks pretty early. Double jump is a great option, but it's also something that can leave you super vulnerable.
Yeah, that was definitely my concern, because I saw the Ness threw out the Thunder, I can't remember the name of it.
Oh,
but
PK Thunder.
Yeah, and I'm like, don't you need that to get back on the stage? I was a little concerned there.
Yeah, it's definitely the kind of move that if your opponent's far enough away, you can throw it out pretty comfortably. That was a very aggressive PK Thunder, as well as a very awkward Nair, trying to call out AJ to potentially go for the forward air, but AJ sitting on the platform able to get a follow-up hit and confirm a stock taken that way. As here comes those cutscenes, Bailey. We are seeing a full 53% combo, but one miss hit into the back throw will be enough for Golf to take match one in this series.
Because that was so fast. They went so quick. I mean, Falco is a very quick character, but I was not expecting the Ness to be that quick as well.
Yeah, Ness kind of fills this awkward middle ground where on the one hand you can play a very slow game, but at the same time, if you want to, you can be extremely deliberate about committing to like using your down tilt, that move where he like sticks his foot out and he does it like 10 times just over and over, or like just kind of dancing in your opponent's faces. He's got pretty solid aerial moves to just build up percent, knock you away, and then use the PK Fire, PK Thunder to kind of force the opponent to come to them.
Yeah, we definitely saw that. I mean, AJ was at a very high percentage for a lot of the game.
Yeah. Wow. Look at this combo game to start things off. AJ is calling out a lot of tech options to get things rolling, and it is paying off in a ton of percentage as he goes all the way off for the stock. The forward air will be able to take it. AJ taking 14% to start things off, and Golf this time around on the back foot.
Yeah, the first game definitely gave him a chance to kind of get comfortable and see what this Ness is going to be doing so he can counter it.
And look at this now. A couple more combo games rolling. Here comes those tech situations. That's something that a lot of the Star Fox characters are very good at, is if you can get one solid hit in, you can keep your opponent guessing in 50-50s for a long time.
Yeah, I mean, we saw, with that first stock that was taken, AJ was able to play pretty far off the map there for a bit, which most people would think is scary, but he's able to get back to the stage pretty easily even after getting Ness off the map, and I don't know how to do that. That's beyond me, but it's very impressive to see. Yeah,
that is definitely a mark of a true, like, someone who is very good at Smash Brothers Ultimate. You will see it with their comfortability off stage.
Yeah.
If someone is willing to go the distance and risk the reversal, risk potentially not making it back, but with the reward of potentially taking a stock, it can pay off so well. But both sides trading a stock. The Golf is down one stock for now. Noseburn, the double jump, will eat a bit of combo damage as the PK Thunder is used. Doesn't get the tech situation off of Battlefield, which means that it is a 1-1 for this series.
And AJ played a lot, even faster than before on that one and more aggressive, and was able to just kind of throw this Ness off balance, and it just seemed that he wasn't able to figure out where he needed to be to get away from AJ.
And that's the hard part, is that you're dealing with a bird that can fly at you at any given point, can like try and just dash in, use that, or if you're landing on him, throw out those up tilts where the feathers just go right around him.
Yep.
At the same time, Ness, yeah, I can sit back, I can throw out this PK fire, that'll cover that side B, but if I'm called out on using that move, Falco jumps over me,
Yep.
then Falco win. Like the whole mind game of trying to space out your opponent in this matchup can be really difficult to deal with sometimes.
Especially when it's happening so fast in front of you.
Yeah. So as we move on to game 3 in this series, we will see Falco picked up, Golf able to get a solid start. Platforms on the side of the stage for this one, trying to get rid of them and potentially stop some of the Falco combos in exchange for Golf able to control the space a little bit more.
No, absolutely. And it seems that AJ's just able to kind of, like you said, dance around him. I mean, he's jumping over his little sparkly whatever he's doing with his hands there.
Yeah, a little bit of that psychic power, keeping things rolling as the Falco combos are online. Golf trying to dash forward, get control of center stage, will survive the back air. And,
Ooh.
the PK Thunder will not hit in the right spot, and that means that that will end up losing a stock. But AJ sent off stage this time around, may be caught in an awkward spot as well.
Yeah, that was an unfortunate little bounce off the side of the map there, but it seems like he's ready to get back in there and fight for what he's got.
Yeah, exactly. At this point, you can't let those sort of things phase you, as we see Golf doing a good job jumping over the Falco approach, trying to get that back air. Definitely still has a lot of stake in this match, but needs to be very good. Did he footstool? I didn't hear the sound. I think he might have footstooled.
Did he like jump on his head
Yeah.
and push him down? That's what I thought happened. It looked like it.
That's brutal.
That is so brutal. My goodness. It's an unfortunate way to go.
Yeah. And because of that, look at that. AJ returning it in stride, saying, how dare you bounce on me? I'm going to bounce on you. One down air into the back air will be enough to close out that stock, and a couple more combos to keep things rolling.
Get that redemption back.
Oh, man. Keeping things rolling. A couple more Falco hits, getting the percent building.
Sometimes she's trying to get on top of him again and just push him off. It's just doing the same combo over and over. I mean, hey, if it works, don't, or is it, if it's broke, don't fix it. There we go.
Yeah, if you're able to keep things rolling, like, why should I stop? That's a very core aspect of the fighting game, game plan. If you have a game plan that's working, if it's getting you the win, sometimes you don't need to stop. Don't need to get fancy with it. If you're looking for the clips, by all means look for the clips. But if you're looking for the win, keep your game plan solid and keep it close to your chest.
Absolutely.
Because it will pay dividends.
Yes, and it seems this Ness is trying to be careful, but not going to be able to be careful enough and gets launched off the map.
Yeah, one Falco down air, able to keep things rolling. A 2-1 for now, but the series will continue. Continuing in the best of 5, we will see AJ kind of locked in, got the earbud in, vibing.
Straight vibing. So, do you think do you think Falco has bones in his feather hands?
I don't know.
How does that hit so hard when he's
Yeah, when he's just kind of doing that.
I mean, you'd think it'd be soft or something.
Right, yeah, it's a feathery, I feel like they're cut into their little splits on each. So maybe there are bones.
I don't
but
know. Anthropomorphic animals, you never know how that is.
I mean, hey man, he's flying through space.
That's
doing
so true.
He's doing the best that Falco can.
Well, he's definitely doing great given the fact that he was able to win that, is it round?
Yes.
There you go. Yeah, he was able to get in there, just keep dancing around, dodging, doing what he can.
And so as we hop into game number 4, if AJ could close it, that will end the series. But Golf wanting to look for the other side as he goes for the air dodge back onto the stage. But AJ ready in response as the combo game is strong. A forward smash call out on the landing will be able to secure upwards of 95%. And Golf throws the PK Thunder, trying to get a little percent on AJ as AJ caught Golf in a pretty bad spot.
And that's what I was saying earlier. It's probably really hard to figure out when you want to use these abilities because you might need it later, and it's just using those resources when they're best needed.
And in these sorts of situations, that can be your greatest ally, as we see Golf holding back to try and get away from AJ, but the PK Thunder is used just a little too low, and Golf recognizes that, going for a little bit more damage once again, but AJ in that flow state looking for that combo game and keeping things rolling.
You know, he's definitely really, really comfortable here. Seems like in the first game he was, you know, feeling things out, really trying to see how this Ness was going to play, but it seems he's got it really figured out.
Yeah, and you could tell that AJ wants to close this out ASAP. He was going far off stage for that back air.
Oh my goodness, yes, and fast too.
And so, one laser, looking for the down tilt to close things out. Golf doing a good job getting back onto the stage.
Deflect.
Yeah, and there's
There you
that
go.
side beat to the back air to close things out. AJ entering that flow state to really take command of that last match and make sure that if he's going to take a series, he wants it as commanding as possible.
You know, absolutely. And I mean, again, with this level of playing is a little above me in the fact that it's very, very fast, kind of hard to keep track of. But I mean, that's just how it is. I mean, when you have your inputs down and you know your character so well, you're going to go hard and you're going to go fast.
Yeah, I mean, that's the name of the Falco players is, can you find your opportunity to get in? Can you minimize as many interactions with your opponent as possible?
Yes.
To just dash in, get your combo game going, get those up tilts rolling.
Yes.
And build up that percent. Because if you can minimize the amount of times your opponent's throwing out moves to like keep you at bay, whether it is PK Fire, PK Thunder, we saw a KO with PK Flash, that like big move that just explodes right in front of Ness.
Yes.
I mean, it's all just AJ clearly found some formula for this game, for this match, executed on it, and it paid off.
I mean, yeah, it was beautiful to watch, just having him do the little spin and then jump and then another spin and then another spin and then just Ness was gone by the end of it.
Yeah, Falco is the kind of character that can just build up percent pretty quickly, in the same vein as the Kazuya's, the Roys, all that stuff, where it's a lot of just one. If I could get one good landing on my opponent, they will take 70%.
Yep.
And I will be happy.
Yep.
They will be sad, and that's just about it.
Yeah, no, definitely. And so where do you think that that's going to kind of fit in the rest of this? We have a pretty good idea of who the rest of the players are. So how do you think that this Falco is going to kind of fare moving forward?
Yeah, Falco does a lot of things well. It's just like a relatively well-rounded.
Yeah.
And because of that, it's going to be on AJ to kind of lean on those advantages that some of the other characters in this bracket, they're not nearly as well-rounded. If you can punish the parts that they're a little bit weaker in, whether it is recovery, maybe frame data, if you can take advantage of those little aspects, you can really run away with it.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I'm excited to see how he does because, I mean, again, that was just, I know I keep saying it, but like my brain is still trying to process because it was just so fast. And I mean, if I'm thinking on like who we've seen already, like with Steve and Kazuya, I mean, how are they going to be able to counter that? I have no idea.
Yeah, and speaking of characters that we have yet to see today, we have a new matchup in front of us, and I recognize both the players on the face cams in the back of house. We have, I believe, the Belt Giver, who played Sonic the last time, if I'm correct, against Fernando, whose tag, I believe, is just Nando, who's also had a sponsored entry here today. I mean, I'm pretty excited for this one.
No, I am very, very excited. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen Nando play before, like with my own eyes, that is. But I've heard that, like, you know, he kind of holds his own.
Yeah, he keeps up. We had a best of, I forget how many games. We played for a while, and it's clear that he's definitely getting pretty good at the game. He's definitely finding his footing, finding his niche, finding out how he wants to play to really force his opponents to like commit to his game plan. On the other side of that, the Belt Giver is a strong opponent. Again, got third in the last event.
Yes, absolutely.
And if they are playing Sonic once again, I feel like that's a kind of character that you either know what you're getting yourself into, or you're too slow.
That's a good one. I mean, yeah, again, Sonic is incredibly fast, and he also has that ability where it kind of like Z targets onto someone, and like you just keep pressing the button and it just goes and hits them without you really need to do anything, which is great. But if you kind of lose track of yourself, you might go flying off the map.
And it is shocking how even at a top level, players who play fast characters do lose track of their own. Like, they will walk into forward smashes just by accident. And it's because the character is so fast. There's some disconnect between how much space you think you can control versus how much you actually can. And if Nando can take advantage of that, it can really make a world of difference.
We're definitely going to run around at the speed of sound into this next match against a Samus.
Yeah, the Nando Samus. It's a pretty strong character overall. We will see the up air come out and a bit of a charge as we see the Belt Giver trying to get that jump read up against Nando. But for now, a couple of Sonic hits. Ooh.
Yeah, and I mean, being able to dodge that, especially mid-air, is extremely hard. Just because there's not much you can do, and there we go. We lost all the double jumps and being able to get back on stage.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of strong game plan here. We do see Nando trying to commit to the dash attack, but will eat a Sonic combo in return. Able to find the forward air, get a little bit more damage rolling, and take advantage of not going for too much more on these Sonic combos.
And so, who do you think is stronger here? Because I know Samus can really do some damage, but like we said before, Sonic's really fast and almost impossible to hit.
Yeah, and that's probably the biggest aspect right there is the spin dash, I believe, is invincible on part of the startup where he starts moving. Either that or, frankly, because he's ducking down, if the charge shot that Nando has is not keeping the percentage rolling, if the charge shot is not big enough, it will just fly over Sonic's head.
Let's see. And we definitely saw that happen a couple times there and got us into where we are right now.
I'm liking what I'm seeing from the Belt Giver trying to jump over the Samus projectiles. I like that recovery too from Nando, not committing to anything too crazy, getting the dash attack and potentially looking for another charge shot setup. But the spin dash will leave right next to Nando. Nando able to get back onto the stage and get a little bit of center stage control, but there's that Sonic combo keeping things rolling.
Yeah, definitely not seeing too many combos out of Nando, but he's doing a good job at getting that damage in. He just needs to follow through and finish up with getting Sonic off the map.
Yeah.
And Sonic's recovery, is it pretty good, would you say?
Yeah, it's pretty solid. In situations like that, Sonic is going to go down, but a big factor of Sonic's recovery is that spring. Because he's not put into the special fall, he can really just try and keep the damage rolling. It's going to be on Nando to hold on to this stock as long as possible, getting that charge shot off, keeping things rolling.
Is Sonic a light character?
He's like middle of the pack or so.
So launching him is going to be a little harder.
Right. Now, Nando being at a high percent will lose the stock this time around, but Rage could play a factor. I believe upwards of like 110 or so. Your knockback starts to be amplified. So you can take stocks a little bit earlier. It's like a universal comeback mechanic.
Gotcha. And we did see that Nando was able to cancel Sonic out of that little charge roll with this electricity beam.
Yeah, the charge shot doing God's work.
Yeah, there you go then. Ooh, not going to be able to get him out of that though.
The dash attack, follow up, getting things rolling. As we see, side special coming out from Nando. Looking for the forward smash to call out the landing, but the Belt Giver doing a little dance around Nando's setups, trying to keep things rolling in his favor. As the forward air goes wide, the up smash won't be able to KO as the Belt Giver goes up to the top blast zone and try to secure the stock.
Yeah, I mean, he's really utilizing these platforms well and being able to get over all of Samus's rockets and stuff, but unfortunately not going to be able to get away from that one.
Yep, and that means that now Nando looking for an opportunity to get back on stage. The up B goes a little high, and that means that the Belt Giver will take game one of this series. And I know for a fact that Nando definitely saw some things that he wanted to take advantage of, but this time around just couldn't get it in just the right spot. just a couple of small changes could make a world of difference.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I mean, with Sonic just jumping over all your abilities, it's kind of hard to follow through when nothing seems to be landing.
Yeah, Sonic's fast. That's who he is. That's what he does. But yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited to see though if Nando can follow through with this or come back from this, and I wonder if he's going to pull out anyone different, because again, I don't really know who he plays, but seeing Samus again, here we go, being able to come in here and just kind of bring a redemption and show what he's got.
Yeah, it's going to be on Nando. We do see a bit of a wider stage to potentially keep Sonic away for a little bit longer, at the cost of the blast zone on the stage being pretty high. Samus has some okay options to take stocks off the top, but I imagine Nando's going to be looking for like the forward smashes and the charge shots to really, and the dash attacks especially, to close out stocks on the side. If we see anything else, it will most likely come into play later, as the neutral special from Sonic will mean that the Belt Giver gets caught off stage at just the wrong spot, and Nando will take the stock lead to start off game number 2.
Yeah, and although the Belt Giver has a bit of an advantage here, I think Nando can really bring it back if he plays as well, because he was able to pick this map, correct? Yes, yeah. So I think he's probably very comfortable with how he needs to move around this and really control the area, which you need to do with Sonic.
Oh yeah, and especially considering right now, being at a high percent, it's going to be difficult for Nando to get the game plan online going for these charge shots. A lot of it will require Nando to kind of sit back and get that game plan going. But when you're caught in these awkward spots where Sonic can just match and catch up to you so fast, it's hard to get that game plan online at those high percents. And now the percentage is starting to equalize.
Yeah, I mean, I'm almost thinking, like, do you just get closer? Like, like, do you just run up next to him and just start punching?
You can. The awkward part when it comes to Samus is that there are a handful of close options that just don't come out super fast. Up B does, but you got to be careful because it sends you into that special fall animation. Beyond that, I mean, there are some options. It's going to be on the Belt Giver to keep that momentum rolling, as we see a couple of spin dashes call out, a forward smash on the roll read, a very good call out from Nando as the charge shot goes through the missile, able to connect, but I don't think it was what Nando wanted in that situation, as the charge shot is trying to call out the landing.
Yeah, no, but I mean, Nando is definitely getting better at dodging a lot of the Z targeting attacks that he's doing.
Yeah, and that is a pretty big aspect of this. Sonic can get a lot off of those little spin dashes, but can you take advantage of when you think your opponent's going to let go? Yeah. Because then you do have those sorts of moments where he just kind of rolls away, and Nando does have the time to set up.
No, absolutely. But I mean, Sonic is just being unforgiving.
Yeah, he doesn't have a double jump. He can't make it back to the stage. It's rough all the same, but even so, you could tell again that both players started to pick up on those things, and we saw small adaptations. Nando trying to call out the landing on the Sonic player. The Sonic player doing a really good job. The Belt Giver just kind of really keeping that momentum going, chasing Nando off stage, taking that double jump away. I mean, there was a lot of back and forth play.
Yeah.
But this time around, again, it's falling into the Belt Giver's hands.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, Nando wasn't doing horribly. I mean, he was able, like you said, to make small adaptations and just kind of keep dodging those abilities as best he can and bringing the damage up pretty high.
Yeah. I also got to acknowledge that we do see that stage swaps once again, this time platform in the middle to keep things rolling.
Yeah, I wonder how this is going to kind of switch stuff up, because was it the first map had 3 but in like a pyramid?
Yeah, first stage had the 3 platforms in the middle, keeping things relatively close. Yes. This one goes a little wider to keep a good spacing game, but at the same time allows players to take advantage of that, as well as the stage's platforms will swap as Nando is able to trade a down air for a stock, both players evening out the percentage and walking away with probably what they both wanted in that interaction.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, it was impressive that he could get him off the map like that. And like you were saying before, that's the sign of a good, competent Smash player, being comfortable getting off to the sides like that.
If you are okay with getting an occasional or being reversaled on occasion, the reward for going off stage tends to pay off big. So as we see, the belt giver tried to look for the forward air there. It does go back onto the platform. Nando has to recover high, is looking for an opportunity back onto the stage. The up B doesn't grab the ledge, which means that the back air from Sonic will close out that stock. But here comes Nando getting a little bit of percentage built up in return.
So how much damage does that spin attack do, especially with that charge up at like just complete opposite ends of the stage?
Yeah, a lot of it comes down to just the speed control. You are able to just move pretty quickly, as well as I think if you charge it for a little bit, that's what decides if you have the invincibility at the start of the move or not.
Okay.
So that is a factor that needs to be taken into account, but Nando having to burn a double jump will not be able to make it back onto the stage. The belt giver looking for the down air spike, but not able to find it. And Albi's Nando will go down 3-0 to the belt giver's Sonic.
I didn't think he was going to make it out there, though. Like, it looked like he was going to be able to catch the ledge, but unfortunately just didn't have enough reach.
Yeah, and a lot of that matchup does come down to Sonic just making sure that Samus cannot get charge on that charge shot. A lot of it is that Sonic just is able to keep you on your toes because the burst range where Sonic can just suddenly say, now I want to go in, is so long. Like, it's just, there's so much space that he takes up. It's hard to get around.
Yeah, and I mean, that charge shot didn't even really seem like it mattered to him in that moment. He just kept dancing around him and then pushing him off the map.
Yeah, when Nando was able to take advantage of those, the landings of the belt giver, that's where we saw the most value out of that game plan. But a lot of it this time around, I think this stock, as well as two others in the last two matches, were stocks lost off of early double jumps from Nando. And that's something a lot of players tend to take advantage of. You just need to be very aware of that going forward. That's a very easy habit to fix once you are aware of it.
Yeah, and as in, like, using double jump on stage when you don't need to type thing?
Yeah, or like if I get hit off stage and my initial reaction is like, oh, I need to get back to stage. Let me just double jump so I'm a little bit higher.
Okay.
You only have one double jump until you hit the ground again. So you will be stuck in those sorts of situations. But something I did like from Albi's Nando is that he was very deliberate about air dodging off or around the Sonic spin dash, the Z targeting, like just really making sure that you are taking as much value out of that as possible. That's not an easy thing to do. That's something that I still struggle with, and I've played this game since Ultimate released, is that some players are very tricky with those neutral Bs, just keeping you on your toes for when you're supposed to dodge that move. Good on Nando to really dance around that.
And there's that unfortunate mishap of missing the ledge because it disappeared.
Yeah, that's Nando holding down, trying to go for the down air, held down just a little too long, I think, which prevented him from holding the ledge. But the belt giver was doing a good job of just utilizing that Sonic game plan as long as possible.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I feel, as you're saying with like the double jump instance, you kind of just want to float down until you feel you can jump to the ledge, right?
Oh, yeah. Okay. If you can hold on to those resources as long as possible, that's like the biggest advantage for you.
I mean, we were talking about that earlier, too, being able to use your stuff in a way where you're going to be able to get it back later when you need it.
Yeah. Well, on the other side of this coin, we talked about matchups that Shenandoah players will have. We do see Willie's first appearance of this event on broadcast. On the other side, Elim playing the Sora, again expanding the character pool beyond just the Aegis, the Rob, the Incineroar. Another character has made an appearance as Willie is taking 92 up against Elim's Sora.
Oh my goodness. I mean, this is a matchup I'm very excited to see, and I don't think I've ever seen a Sora yet personally, so I'm gonna be in for some new abilities and some crazy antics.
Yeah, as we see Elim going way off stage to try and take advantage of Willie, but instead will find an opportunity to get back onto the stage. There's that kill button coming into play. Rage Art doing its work to keep things rolling as Elim is caught in a down smash, but will return it in stride with an up smash on Sora.
I mean, Elim's pretty good at being able to dodge a lot of these attacks and getting away from these combos, but even so, Willie's just good at being able to get back in it no matter what.
Yeah, and look at this. I mean, Willie having to find ways back onto the stage. Once he finds an electric, that does spell disaster, though. Elim able to get a little bit of damage rolling, does find a couple of good hits, keeps the Nair trains going, finds the up smash, keeping the percent building. It does look like Kazuya has had a pretty strong advantage throughout this match, but at the same time, Elim's making things work.
You know, absolutely. And I mean, with the first Kazuya that we saw, we were seeing some pretty good combos going down, but Willie has really just perfected the art of doing combos with Kazuya.
That is probably, I think he goes down here. Yep, that's a rage drive, and he is gone.
What was happening there at the edge? What were they doing?
That is the most ledge trap. That is the most edge guarding I think I have ever seen a Kazuya do, just like on a character that is inherently more floaty. And good on Willie for being able to recognize that he can get away with that. Sora's recovery, the cool thing about Sora is that you can not only use that hero spin like Link has, where he goes up, afterwards you can use his side special where he flies 3 times. He just goes in one direction, says, take this, and he flies.
Oh, okay.
But every time that happened, Willie was hitting him in between the instances.
Okay. I did notice like there was like some like stoppage happening. I just couldn't like tell what.
Yeah, it's super strange, but all the same, Elim now dancing around the Willie game plan as he gets a very nice Nair string going. One back air to keep things rolling, going for the side special, gets back on the stage, has to air dodge. Sora does make this back, and Willie recognizes it. That's why he goes for that laser off stage.
I wish you guys could see my face. My jaw just dropped. I thought he was gone. No, he just went to the complete other side of the map.
That's the nice thing when it comes to having a floated character like Sora, is that you can really take full advantage of the entire space around you. At the same time, Willie says you cannot take control of the space that I am in,
no,
as
absolutely.
One down smash connects. He went for the back tilt. I think Sora might have died. And we do see Rage Drive online. Forward smash connect. The
laser coming out there.
Yeah, a couple of good hits.
These characters have such good recovery, but even then, Willie just finds it and gets him out of here.
Yeah, that's when it comes to Willie's ability to just get back onto the stage. In the crew battle settings we've seen, he is able to hold on to these stocks for an incredibly long period of time.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he's at 198. I mean, the limit's like, what, 300?
Usually, if your opponent's at 300, there is a problem.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But even then, oh my goodness.
Yeah, he does not go down there. Sora, great recovery, able to make it back.
Absolutely.
Oh, there's the electric. Couple of good hits. Doesn't commit to anything. Elim swatting Kazuya out of the way, trying to get a little bit of combo damage going. Yeah, but there's that electric.
Definitely trying to get that. He's doing the little crouch slides toward him, trying to get the uppercut into the crazy combo that he always does.
Oh, he's got spiked into the blast zone. The Nair off stage, able to close out the stock. Willie showing full control of this series to start things off. Elim doing a good job of, once the combo game starts, keeping things rolling.
Yes.
But it seems like there have been a couple of instances where he tries to convert the combo into something else, and Willie is either aware that that conversion's happening and doesn't let Elim get it, or it's just kind of like falling out. Like Elim is just barely missing the option. As we see another character swap.
Goodness.
Hey, would you look at that? Hero's made an appearance this time around.
I've definitely seen the meme that Hero is just sitting there scrolling through your menu. This is how you play him.
That's 90% of what I expect to see during this match. don't get me wrong. That side special that he has with the lightning is pretty good, but Elim will most likely be sitting in the menu for a majority of this match, trying to see which options he can use to get Willie to approach. At this point, though, Willie finds one electric, keeps things going as the percent starts to build.
And I mean, it's... Ooh. Oh, I thought that was going to get him. Hero against Kazuya, it's pretty strong, right? Like, Hero can do some pretty good damage against this character and get away from his combo attacks.
Oh, yeah. I mean, as we see there, Hero does a shockingly high amount of damage with or without the buffs that he can give himself. Like one nair, 16%, caught jumping, will get hit by that up smash. But even so, it's going to be on Willie to, once he finds this first hit, try to run away with it, as we see there, 66% built right out the gate.
Another good recovery, though, on Hero's part, getting away, making sure Kazuya can't spike him back down.
Yeah, look at that. Willie looking for the down tilt there, potentially trying to spike with a down smash and keep things going, but there's that electric into the up B. Willie, another stock in hand.
I just saw a grab and throw there. You don't see a lot of those at higher levels, do you?
Yeah, the weird thing about Smash Bros. Ultimate is that shielding, like, staying in shield for too long is generally problematic. Some characters have really good throws, but others not so much.
Yeah.
It is purely to just stop your opponent from shielding in most cases. Some people have combo game off of it, but Hero is not usually one of those. Fun fact about that movie throughout, that is a one-shot.
Oh, goodness. Okay.
We do see Elim able
There goes the
to,
laser.
yeah, get a little bit of damage going. There's that forward tilt.
I was going to see how well he could.
Out.
Yeah, I was trying to see how well he could get this to even out, especially because he grabbed him and threw him away and then just kind of reset the stage for himself and was able to get that damage up and get Kazuya off the map.
Ooh, what is this combo game? 63% onto Kazuya off of one Accelerado. Elim's looking good on this Hero. He tried to go for the spike. Oh, this is a bad spot to be, my friend. Oh, he's got to find a way back on. Okay, he found a way back on, but did take 64 in the process. There's that snooze. Run up forward smash. Will be able to secure it. Elim not going down in this series just yet.
So in my mind, Willie is again, personally, Willie is like the best person in the world. So seeing this, that was impressive.
Yeah.
Like being able to just get away from Kazuya's just absolutely menacing presence and being able to just play with you on the map.
Yeah, a big factor of these sorts of matchups is that you need to be... There's a difference between fear and respect. Is you are fighting a very scary demon man. He will do a ton of damage. That's just how Kazuya works.
Yes.
If you are very deliberate about what you should be respecting and what you don't have to, that kind of decides the flow, the tempo. Like the moment Elim, got the Accelerado where he was moving super fast.
Yes.
That's where he was getting the most value. But once again, a point we talked about before, changing up characters after going down one match.
Yeah. I mean, either Willie just felt that Terry's going to be better against this Hero because he seems to be a lot faster.
Oh
my goodness.
He's gone. Oh, he's not gone. Oh, he's gone.
He's gone. Holy cow. He just came in swinging.
That is probably the part of Terry that I think I see Willie get more than most Terry players. He seems to really find great opportunities for those down airs, and it's just so hard for people to get back onto the stage because of it. You get sent so far down.
Yeah, I mean, Terry's pretty, generally good at being able to edge guard with his abilities, correct?
Oh, yeah. I mean, look at that. One crack shoot, able to kind of sit pretty, call out the air dodge, and look at that. Now Hero's down.
It seems like Willie just said, I do not want to lose this, so I'm going to pull out my trump card.
Like, all right, enough of these sort of shenanigans here. Hatchet Man comes through as a Willie combo in return, sets it up for 57 into Elim's, or back into Elim.
Yeah, I mean, it just seems like Elim is just having a hard time being able to get behind him and just start doing some combos of his own.
Yeah, here comes that kaboom, able to be shielded. Willie going for a quick power dunk, has to find a way back onto the stage. There it is. Willie is sitting at that go %, so he will have Buster Wolf, and it will connect, sliding across the stage, grabbing a limb and blasting fire in his face, sending him flying.
Oh my god, that was incredible. I was not expecting to see a Terry come out. I'm not gonna lie, like that was crazy.
Yeah, I was not expecting that either. It felt like it was. I know that Willie does like to sort of shake that momentum of like, oh, okay, you're starting to figure out my Kazuya. Let's put it in the back for a second. You have a whole new character you have to try and deal with, and it can really mess with people.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking about the start of this because of the quick changes that we saw from Toon Link into Steve, right? It can really just throw off your opponent's balance, and I think we saw that happen here.
Yeah, I'm liking what I'm seeing, though, from Lim's Sora that started off this series. It felt like it's definitely hitting a point where he is able to really take advantage of what sort of weaknesses Kazuya has. The first game did fall Willie's way, but even so, Elim did a real good job of finding stocks in places that I personally wasn't expecting them.
Yeah, no, and I mean, it seems like, especially when he was playing like Sora here, super floaty, super, just being able to just jump around. Willie.
This whole interaction.
Yeah, that was crazy. I had no idea what was happening. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, we could see a little bit of a head shake down in the bottom left to Lim. Is kind of grinning, saying like, even I wasn't ready for this whole offstage interaction against Kazuya.
Especially like playing like underneath the map, pretty much. Like that is a very hard thing to do, and I know I could never.
It's scary. Like you are. If you have no ground beneath you, the amount of moves you can commit yourself to feels limiting, and you're so focused on getting back to the stage.
Yeah.
That's why people try to take such strong advantage of it.
Absolutely. And I mean, you can use the map itself, but like ricocheting off, correct?
Yeah, you can tech off the stage if someone hits you into it, but I think Elim was just not ready.
I mean, who would be? That was insane. Like it looked like he was getting ready to just go up, and then Willie said, "No, I'm going to come down there with you. Hi."
Yeah, like let's do this full cutscene.
Exactly. But no, I mean that was impressive. That was really impressive to see at the end with the Terry coming out and just absolutely obliterating with those combos. He was so fast with it too. Like did not give him any time to think.
Yeah. Well, speaking of fast, the next matchup on this broadcast will be AJ making the return with that Speedy Falco. On the other side, Kip. You would expect Pac-Man.
Yeah.
But it is Steve.
Another Steve come into play here, and I'm excited to see if he's got any like combos for us, especially since we saw Steve earlier. The difference that he can have here.
Yeah, after this broadcast, I'm sure I will get a lecture from Coach Igloo about if I should spoil this or not. But I know that Kip is trying to pick up Steve for next year's like crew battle situation.
We've seen the Twitter posts about it.
Oh, okay, good.
I think it was a joke, but who knows? Who knows? We'll see how it comes into play here.
Right, exactly. Clearly, Kip has figured something out. He's trying to use this Steve and take full advantage, going for the anvils, using the back air against the wall of dirt.
Absolutely. It seems like he's using he's trying to use the anvil the same way that he uses Pac-Man's fire hydrant there, trying to drop it on top of him.
Yeah, that's the nice thing between Steve and Pac-Man is that Steve can ride that anvil down as a nice way to get back onto the stage. Man, look at that combo game. Holy cow.
He's picked that up quick. It seems like AJ's just kind of struggling to get his combos off. Oh, but seems like he's going to get that one.
There we go. Couple of good hits, couple of lasers. Prevent Steve from going for anything too crazy. But the gold axe and pickaxe keeping things mining on the other side of the dirt wall.
Ooh, there you go. Coming at him with the minecart, riding it all the way, like you said, getting him off the stage. So when he puts up the dirt blocks, or any blocks for that matter, it's his ability. He's doing that so he can get more materials, correct?
Yeah, he's essentially saying, listen, you can either approach me from above and I will be ready for it, or you can let me mine resources for as long as I want.
Yeah, absolutely. But then even then,
look at
I just saw the timing. Oh my goodness. Yeah. He picked this character up quick. I didn't even realize that he was learning him. Last I saw it, he was playing Pac-Man.
Right, yeah. Kip and Pac-Man are like but they go together so often. It's just,
PB&J, you know?
Yeah, exactly. So to see this zombie just doing God's work, I mean,
Absolutely. I mean, they're both at super high stocks right now. It seems like AJ can't really figure out how to get around him. Ooh, there we go with the lava above his head, just launching him off the map.
One lava block will be enough to close that out. And on top of all of that, the resources carry over between the stocks. Kip had that diamond still and could have easily fallen from the platform, had diamond tools, and absolutely run away with it. That's the hard part about dealing with Steve.
I didn't know. That is, oh my gosh, that'd be so frustrating to go up against, I bet. Jeez, I had no idea that you could, even after dying, just come back and just be even stronger than you were before. Wow.
Yeah, comeback mechanics like crazy.
I didn't even know that was a thing. Like, what? Where's that been in before? Like, I don't think I've heard of that.
Yeah, Steve's got a lot going for him. So, as we continue on in this series, it's going to be on AJ to, it's been difficult to find the combo game. If he can find a solid early combo game, that should be enough to counteract the diamond as a comeback mechanic, as Kip trying to place blocks and prevent the recovery.
From getting up there, yeah, oh my goodness. It looked like he was definitely trying to get those early combos there with his dash, but the dirt was, again, in the way.
Yeah, just kind of walling him out. Ooh, AJ going for the forward smash, but here comes that Steve combo.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like he's trying to just get close and do what he can, but Kip has gotten this character pretty figured out with being able to defend himself thoroughly.
Yeah, I'm liking what I'm seeing from AJ with that reflector, but there's that dirt wall.
Yeah,
Getting some more value.
Something he's got to keep thinking about every time he tries to dash at him.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was a good hit there. Oh, but the minecart comes out.
Yeah, and it's a back and forth game once again. Look at this. Kip zoning out with the pickaxes, with the sword, and AJ having to find a way to approach. Look for the back air, finds the forward smash to close it out. And AJ taking the stock lead to start things off. Kip able to get an iron tool online, but will take about 35% in return.
Yeah, and I mean, AJ's sitting at 129 right now, so I was going to say all he has to do is use a minecart and launch him off, and we saw it happen right there.
Yeah, minecart being the best friend of Kip right now. At the same time, though, we can see the resource bar above his stock icon. He has no iron.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, keeps a little bit of that jab combo going, but if he tries to go for anything that would get like an anvil going or something like that, now he would be able to, but at that previous point, he would not have the option.
And that's a very interesting mechanic to have in there that I didn't even really think about before.
Yeah.
Because unlike with Pac-Man, you can just get that reset once the hydrant goes away.
Yeah, it's super nice to just have those options available for you.
And doing, as he gets up, I guess, in power, I just saw there that the dirt turned into wood, which lasts for a lot longer, correct?
Yeah, the wood has stronger durability overall. It'll take more from AJ to try and break it. They do slowly break over time, but I don't know. As of right now, though, AJ's doing a real good job of controlling that initial momentum and does have a stock advantage. Kip looking for a diamond to try and equalize things as one more minecart passes by in the fast lane. Oh!
Hi, Steve.
Yeah. Steve off the top. I was not ready for AJ to commit to an up air off of Kip's own platform.
Yeah, no, that was impressive. That was really resourceful of him to just take that for his advantage.
That's a unique sort of way to take that out. A lot of people don't take advantage of Steve's own little block setups.
Yeah.
Like, Steve's will set up whatever they want, whether it's 3 blocks, wall. They set up their, like, weird, like, 1 block here, 1 block here.
Or, like, the, tier thing or whatever, yeah.
Some of them set up L's. Some of them set up Trojan horses.
Oh, yeah, I forgot you could do that.
Like, people get weird. People get creative.
Yeah.
All the same, you never see too many people try and take advantage the other way around.
Yeah.
Where like, oh yeah, he has this setup. Let me go for some wacky combo off of those blocks. Good on AJ to try and take advantage of that.
You know, that was very impressive. And again, trying to go in and get a fast start, but Kip is just really, he knows how to play the maps that have been presented to us.
Yeah, taking full advantage. Here come those forward airs.
Ooh, getting hit with the minecart still.
Yeah,
and the minecart, that can do. How do you know how much percentage that one does?
It's like an upwards of like 13% when it's like weak like that.
Okay.
Where it like kind of starts to shake. It won't grab the opponent. It'll just deal a little bit and then knock them away. If Steve's still in it, it does a ton more. But man, wow, I'm sorry. It's the AJ who is controlling the pace of the match right now is saying, I want, like, enough of this, Steve. Where's the Pac-Man?
Yeah, no, exactly. I mean, he was trying to go for that combo at the start, and Kip was able to counter that, but AJ is just coming in strong, being like, I'm learning your tricks, I'm knowing what you're doing, and I'm gonna win this one.
Yeah, look at this. Able to deal with the minecart, reflects the minecart with Steve still in it the other way.
Ooh.
Will he be able to make that back? Yeah, he's too low. Yeah, will be sent to the bottom blast zone.
Was that the anvil that kind of did him in there?
Yeah, he had to tech it off the side of the stage, but it put him so far down.
That's so unfortunate.
As we get to see a bit more of a slow-paced game, and already AJ is at 79%. Kip has made up the deficit, trying to keep this Falco at bay, but even so, AJ's doing a good job. Really?
Ooh, oh my gosh.
Bro,
I didn't think that was going to launch.
Even Kip shook his head there for a second. That moment that KO'd, he's like, that ain't right, man.
It's like, Steve's a little silly. That was a little silly. My goodness.
Yeah, using that gold, get the minecart charged up as AJ finds a back air, but it's center stage, so Kip will hold on, using the Elytra to get back to stage.
I mean, it looks like Kip does have a diamond that he could put into play here, but not really sure when he can bring it out yet.
Does find the up smash, closes out that stock, breaks the crafting table so that Kip can't craft diamond immediately, and in return will try to find a combo to get things rolling. Here we go. Finds the down air. About 68%, 69% on to Kip.
And the diamond just came out there. And how much, do you know how much the diamond does in percentage?
Compared to the wood, it's like almost double the initial damage, if not a little more. As AJ, oh my goodness, AJ went for a very aggressive forward smash. Both players sitting at incredibly high percent. Kip running out of resources does mine a little bit more, but does try to use the forward smash to call out the side B. The back air connects, and AJ will take that match, going up 2-1 in this series.
Yeah, I mean, he really did take control there. Like you said, was not going to be put in his place by Steve.
Yeah, Steve is a menace.
I agree.
I mean, let's acknowledge that here for a second. AJ lost a stock starting at like 60, maybe 70 to an up tilt back air. AJ is doing an amazing job of controlling that initial momentum, trying to really take advantage of just like playing aggressive out the gate.
Yes.
And then even if Kip gets diamond, usually that initial momentum is enough to close out the series.
Yeah.
Kip, on the other hand, has been trying to slow it down as much as possible, building up the 3-block tower or like even 2-block, just keeping AJ as far away as possible. But it's, I don't know, it's difficult. It's not easy to deal with.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
And once again, when you need an option to mix things up, when you feel like your opponent is getting a read on your game plan, what does it take but Senor Pac-Man to make an appearance?
And, as we've seen throughout this, the entire season here at SU, Kip is fantastic with Pac-Man. Like, he just knows his character inside and out. PB&J.
Yeah. I had a really nice conversation with him about this Pac-Man. As he gets that forward smash there, we had a conversation about autopiloting and fighting games. And
yeah.
he acknowledges that you are able to autopilot a lot of Pac-Man neutral and play to your advantage once you have your required fruit, just because so many characters can't get close to you.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, I've seen a lot of people being able to kind of get around the fire hydrant, but even then, having to take the time to get around that fire hydrant, it gives Kip enough time to get what he needs.
Yeah. AJ sitting back, throwing a couple lasers, saying, all right, hey, you want to commit to the bit? Here.
Yeah, he's definitely, like you said, is starting to respect the space now and slowing it down, it seems, just a bit. But once he gets in there and he goes fast.
Yeah, look at this. Kip trading hits, does eat a bell back to the face, but it won't KO as AJ is sent off stage.
Gosh, my brain's like just ever so slightly fried from Steve slowing it down just a bit, and now we're playing a little faster here.
Yeah, Kip definitely can play this matchup at the tempo that he wants. He kind of controls the momentum for the most part.
Yes.
AJ can play a very fast game, as we see Nair to the up smash closing out that stock. A beautiful conversion, able to secure that. AJ is going to need to find a couple more hits to really keep things rolling. As the bell is thrown, Kip using the fruit to try and keep AJ off stage, but a pretty good air dodge will get him back to that ledge.
Absolutely. It looked like Kip was trying to get him down with his little kickies that he did right on the edge there, but AJ's just good at being able to get around him, get behind him, and do what he needs to do.
Yeah, does find an opportunity to get back on stage. Melon is thrown out. Kip very tempted to go back up and grab it, but it realizes that if he tries, he would have gotten hit hard.
Got deflected there. I mean, AJ's sitting at 131, so he's playing it safe right now.
Yeah, look at this. Trying to stay as far back as possible. Needs to get back to the ledge.
This is
does
scary.
have it.
Oh,
Bell is reflected.
he's getting really good with those reflects there.
Yeah, look at the spacing. I mean, he's doing a real good job of trying to control the pace of this. He's down in percent, but even so, a lot of it is just kind of preventing Kip from going for any sort of fruit setup. A big factor of the crew battles that we've seen recently is that Pac-Man struggles to take stocks, and I think AJ's trying to take advantage of that.
Even so, I mean, high percentage there. Kip was just able to launch him, ricochet him off the side of the map.
Yeah, look at that. Forward
AJ
smash
comes
connects.
in, though. Gives it right back to him.
1-1. We need AJ to either find a good combo to start things off or Kip to control the pace with that Galaga. Instead, he's playing very aggressive, trying to call out the Falco recovery. Can AJ make it back? He does burn the air dodge, and that will equalize this series 2-2.
My goodness. I mean, this is a really fun matchup. I wasn't expecting to first of all, have Kip play Steve right off the bat. But, yeah, I mean, I'm just excited to see who can finish this off.
Yeah, I mean, Kip definitely had a lot of that initial momentum, and I think AJ figured out something to keep it going. On the other side of that, it felt like the start of the Pac-Man matchup, AJ was just keeping that momentum from Steve, and then Kip started to find his footing, equalize things out. I thought he was going to slow down, charge Galaga combos, and I think AJ was ready for that too. Instead, Kip started throwing out forward airs and forward smashes, just boxing in Falco's face.
Yeah.
No room to breathe.
I mean, really just kind of knowing how AJ plays, trying to get away from how quickly he can just jump in and controlling the tempo himself here.
Yeah, and look at that. I mean, already out the gate, Kip is playing that boxing game pretty head-on, trying to throw out the bell, but instead will eat some Falco percentage in return.
So how long can Pac-Man hold on to a fruit before it dissipates? Like, how quickly does he need to throw it?
Oh, he can hold on to it for as long as he wants.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, and he can re-grab it like that there.
Yep.
Get the forward smash off of it. It kind of opens up new opportunities for Kip to try and get it out earlier rather than trying to reactivate it to throw it. It's weird. The fruit kind of plays this weird gimmick.
Yeah, I mean, I've definitely seen him throw them out and catch them again when needed, but because sometimes I have seen he pulls something out and then doesn't throw it and then never throws it at all.
Yeah, it's kind of that mind game aspect where, oh my goodness, that was a crazy confirm for you to get a bell off the top. Even still, I know Kip has had problems with this matchup in the past. For him to find an opportunity to get that bell past the reflector is a world of difference as he was looking to end AJ right then and there.
Absolutely. I mean, he's just playing very aggressive now. I think that he knows that he has the tempo in his favor, and he's just doing everything he can to keep it, although the reflect did hit the bell back at him.
82% online. AJ recovering high. Can Kip close things out, or is AJ going to find the momentum he needs? Tries to reflect the hydrant back up. Instead, will meet it back in his face as the bell is thrown out with the help of the water. Kip, 3 stocks in hand, closing out the series. 3-2, a strong performance from both players, but Kip will walk away the winner this time around.
Yeah, no, that was beautiful. Kip really did start looking out for the reflex a bit more there, I saw, because he got hit by his own bells, I think, a little too many times, and he was like, you know what? I'm gonna wait this time, and it paid off.
Yeah, and it's so easy when you're trying to commit to your game plan and then you start throwing like fruit or something and it's reflected back at you. It is so easy to get tilted and be like, it was luck, it was yada yada, blah, blah, blah.
It was lag.
Right, exactly. And just kind of sticking to that mentality. Good on Kip for taking a moment to like take a deep breath and be like, all right, what if I just truly shift my game plan from slower projectile game to boxing? And it worked out.
No, absolutely. And that's definitely the sign of a really good player. And being able to mid-match change your mental like that, very, very, very proud of him for being able to do that.
Yeah, shout out to Kip for being able to, one, try this new Steve, which may or may not be a real thing. Jury is still out on that.
I mean, he was doing great if he's going to be doing anything with him.
That killed at 80. I mean, the stocks are going down. That's crazy.
Gosh, and the reflect off of that. I mean, for me, again, I'm not a very avid Smash player. I played it a bunch when I was younger with my brother and got stomped. But I love watching it, and it goes so fast in my brain, and a lot of times I'm like, you know what? I don't know what's happening, but I'm seeing people like explode, and that's pretty cool, right?
Yeah. I'm noticing a reoccurring theme that the opponent is just absolutely getting flung.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't realize how my brain just went into the direction of seeing the ricochet off the map. I didn't realize how much you could do that and like how much that comes into play, because I don't play off the map at all. I'm too scared.
Yeah, teching off stage in those sorts of situations where someone hits you into it, it's very possible that they tech, they try to reverse you or reversal you, or they like hit you towards the blast zone. Yeah. But you can take stocks so early by just running off the stage, hitting your opponent back into the stage, and seeing, hey, are you ready for this? If not, I'm taking a stock 50% early.
I'm trying to remember.
Love it.
Oh gosh, I'm gonna blank now, of course. But I remember seeing before I think any of like the DLCs came out for Ultimate, just people started, again, I can't remember what character, but they were just playing literally under the map for like a whole minute. And I was like, how are you doing that? That is insane.
Yeah, probably, if I had to bet, Jigglypuff had a pretty strong appearance early on in Ultimate, and it would, like, the Jigglypuffs and the Pac-Mans would just go at it over and over, just fighting under the stage for as long as they wanted. It was a weird time.
Yeah, no, I believe it. I used to play Jigglypuff a good amount, but then everyone flamed me for playing Jigglypuff, so I switched to Link because I like him. So
hey, that's fair. I mean, play the characters you like. Shenandoah's got a Jigglypuff player of their own, and they are pretty solid.
Oh, absolutely.
They have put in the work. Speaking of putting in the work, Elim making the run back on the desk on the lower side of the bracket up against NN Gaming on the Little Mac.
Yeah, no, I haven't seen a Little Mac in a hot second. I remember he was really good at the start because of how quick he is.
Yeah.
A lot of quick characters.
Yeah, people didn't know how to play against Little Mac. If you can get him off stage, you get a ton of value. But at the same time, you're going to notice that he just wins out on interactions like that.
Yeah, oh my gosh. And it just... oh gosh, what hit the little arrows above his head. When he gets that,
the KO
horrifying.
Punch. Oh,
horrifying. Yeah. I'd never know how to get around it.
Yeah, look at this. He's using the forward smash to try and beat out the ice effect. There's that KO punch online. Yeah, he's not getting frozen. In exchange, tries to get back onto the stage. Will he be able to? Looks like it's hard to land in this matchup.
Now, unfortunately, even when his tootsies do hit the map, he gets launched off immediately with his high percentage.
He was standing there. He was standing there menacingly. NN Gaming is playing this matchup slow and willing to wait for a limb to commit to an option before committing to an option of his own. I mean, look at this. He's taking his time, getting zoned out a little bit. They're just standing there.
I mean, hey, Ilim's doing a great job, though, at just kind of controlling the map himself, like getting Little Mac off of it. And like you said, that is what you need to do to counter Little Mac, is get him off the map.
Yeah, and look at that. Down tilt connects, but Elim going off stage, trying to bait out an option. Instead, a super armored down smash will be enough to get a ton of damage onto Elim, closing out a stock, but in return, okay.
Oh my goodness. He had the KO ready, but unfortunately, he's going to lose it with losing the stock.
I was so ready for that to KO.
I know. I thought it was going to happen, but no, Elim's just doing really good at kind of keeping this little Mac from even getting close to him, really.
Yeah. Look at this. NN Gaming dancing with Elim. Sora, a character who can just sit off stage and kind of sit in the air as needed. NN Gaming is playing aerial Mac, like throwing out nairs and forward airs, just trying to keep Elim on their toes, saying, you're not allowed to sit on this platform for too long. I'm willing to commit, but so is Elim, going all the way to the top to close out that stock.
Absolutely. I mean, how much reach does that key sword have? I mean, I know it's not anything compared to like Link's Master Sword, but he got him.
Yeah, that Keyblade is like, that thing is, it covers a lot of space.
Yeah, I mean, because I know, obviously with Little Mac, you got to get up close and personal, but it's kind of hard to get around that, someone having a sword.
Yeah. But for those of you who may still have like a little like toy sword at home, give it to your younger or older sibling and try to match them. I promise you, when there's an arm's length between a sword and your fist, you will not walk away on top. Rapid jab.
Oh my goodness.
23% building. And then Gaming looking to commit to the Little Mac bit and potentially take a game off a limb.
Now this is just giving me ever so slight PTSD because my brother played Little Mac and I could not beat him. And I mean, he's a good character. I mean, he's quick, and when he can get those combos out, you're gonna get launched.
Right. Yeah, there's a lot of things you could take advantage of, but there are some moments like that you can get caught in the wrong spot, as we see.
Yeah, oh my gosh, definitely. I mean, I haven't really, like I said before, been up against a Sora before, but the abilities that he's able to pull out definitely are keeping Little Mac from being able to just run in.
Yeah, and then Gaming trying to find a landing opportunity instead meets that sword. Again, arm's distance.
Yeah, absolutely. Sounds like when I was little and would play Nerf swords with my brother.
Lim making it back onto the stage, trying to prevent NN Gaming from going for anything too crazy, as we see a bit of a combo game. 55% building on NN Gaming and going even further as NN Gaming finds an opportunity to land and finds a good amount of damage to try and equalize.
Yeah, he's definitely looking to do that downward punch. I mean, you do have the KO ready. Let's see if he can get it off this time.
It goes a little wide, and Elim finds a hit in return. It feels like it's so difficult to hit this Sora with that KO punch.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, he's just struggling to get right up where he needs to be. Ooh, but he just somehow get behind him there, launching him off the map.
Yeah, Elim sitting on the ledge a little longer, and then Gaming not trying to go for anything too crazy. Instead, it's just looking for an opportunity to land, and potentially Clarke instead eats a good nair into up air confirm, which will add another stock into Elim's arsenal. Yeah.
I mean, they're doing a good job at just kind of like not being too crazy with each other and just respecting the fact that one cannot get too close to the other without some craziness happening.
Right. When you're dealing with a magic user, you gotta commit to either going into your opponent, and then Elim can either take that 50-50 shot of like, yeah, I'm gonna throw out magic or not.
Yeah.
And then Gaming sitting pretty high up in the air is going to unlock that KO punch. May find an opportunity to use it. Does air dodge back to the ledge, which means that the KO punch will go away.
So yeah, I didn't realize that.
Oh no, he can't make it back.
No, that's so unfortunate. So when the KO does come out, how does it get lost?
It's a couple options. You can either, a couple of times we've seen NN Gaming go for the move.
Yeah, absolutely.
and has been actually hit out of it.
Okay.
It's been
okay.
super weird. That's not usually the go-to answer for it. Most people just go for grab. I think if you grab Little Mac and you throw Little Mac, KO punch just goes away.
Okay. We definitely saw a lot of it just kind of dissipating. And like he had it for that one, and it almost got it off, but got launched straight up into the air.
Yeah, a tough spot to be in. But NN Gaming has definitely learned a lot when it comes to like Smash Bros. And Little Mac in like this semester alone. I don't know if he's going to commit to just full send Little Mac. Like, let's try to have the Little Mac run at the Clarke County Gamer Bash. Or we could see something different. Either way, we do hop into match. And there is a character swap. We will see the Lucario make an appearance.
So, I know back in Brawl, since that was what I used to play, Lucario was really good. How is he in Ultimate?
He's like incredibly fine, like in somewhere in the middle. The character plays a little strange because when you take a ton of damage, you build up your aura, and it just makes all of your moves stronger.
Okay, that's little flames on his hands, right?
Yeah, so the way that they're glowing right now, super strong glow. Now he's at 0%. The glow is gone. The damage that he can do onto a limb will decrease drastically. But the stock count is also taken into effect.
Okay.
So I think he will hit his like max aura a little sooner than he would otherwise.
So he's just aura farm.
Exactly.
It is a little interesting though to come back and do it with. I know he has this one projectile, but coming back up against Sora, who you kind of need some projectiles to kind of get him to a high percentage.
Yeah, it feels like it's very difficult to try and deal with this sort of Elim play style of like Elim is playing just really well against like go-to get off me tools that NN Gaming is going for. And like, look at that. One nair into the forward smash, catching NN Gaming in an awkward spot as he's going for a counter, trying to call out NN Gaming for committing to an option, but good patience means that he will be able to hold on for a little bit longer as a big aura sphere is thrown out.
Huge.
Able to re-grab the ledge, finds the down air, closes out the stock, and we are still sitting at a ton of aura as Lucario still needs to find an opportunity to get some damage rolling. Otherwise, we will reset to a low aura space and keep things rolling.
Yeah. I mean, NN Gaming's doing a good job at getting behind Elim, but it seems like he's kind of struggling on capitalizing on that, being able to just turn around quick and do whatever combos he needs to do with Lucario.
Yeah, look at this. Look at that combo game.
My goodness.
Building up the percentage, but the aura sphere still charging gets NN Gaming out of a pretty sticky situation as he needs to recover high.
Dang, I didn't realize that his up B could go that far.
Yeah. Man, these two players, it takes a lot to be able to take a moment and breathe. The amount of times I see the two of them stand there and be willing to play the patient game, I mean, hey, kudos to both of them, because I feel like fighting games are a high-stake, high-pressure situation, and it is easy to just hit buttons for the sake of hitting buttons, but Elim, very calculated, sits waiting for the up B, gets his combo rolling, and closes out that series with a pretty strong 3-0.
Yeah, I mean, he was just doing a really good job at controlling pretty much everything there. He was playing at his pace, his game, and he knew what to do.
Yeah, and that speaks once again. Elim is a very strong player. It's not a player that we have seen in the Shenandoah like broadcast space in like the crew battle setting, but is a strong Smash Bros. Player at the university, has kept up with a lot of what the team has to offer. Yeah. And it's definitely cementing a spot for himself and just like his reputation for Ultimate as well as just Shenandoah's Smash scene as a whole.
You know, and I mean, I'm pretty sure that he had talked about potentially joining next year, joining the team, which would be pretty cool, pretty awesome to see. And I mean, I've seen him at a couple other local tournaments around. He actually came to one that I ended up hosting at our arcade with my dad, and he crushed it. He was fantastic, and again, for someone like me and my little small Smash brain, horrifying. Could not go up against him myself.
I mean, when it comes to a player who is just so well-rounded and has so many options, it's so difficult to really get a good grasp of what all he could do at any given moment.
Yeah.
I'm loving what I'm seeing, though. With all that being said, I do believe that the two of us are going to take a very quick break before we get to watch the next match in the series, which looks like it may be AJ versus the Belt Giver. So do not go anywhere. We will be back in just a couple minutes. He's not getting frozen in exchange. Tries to get back onto the stage. Will he be able to? Looks like it's hard to land in this matchup.
Now, unfortunately, even when his to do to counter a little mech is get him off the map.
Yeah, and look at that. Down tilt connects, but Lim going off stage, trying to bait out an option. Instead, a super can get caught in the wrong spot, as we see.
Yeah, oh my gosh, definitely. I mean, I haven't really, like I said before, been up against a sword.
Lim sitting on the ledge a little longer. And then Gaming not trying to go for anything too crazy. Instead, is just looking for an opportunity to land and potentially Clarke. Instead, does air dodge back to the ledge, which means that the KO punch will go away.
So yeah, I didn't realize that.
Oh no! He can't make it back!
No,
Build up your aura, and it just
Yeah.
makes all of your moves stronger.
okay, that's little flames on his hands, right?
Yeah, so the way that they're glowing right now, super. And we are still sitting at a ton of aura, as Lucario still needs to find an opportunity to get some damage rolling. Otherwise, I mean, hey, kudos to both of them, because I feel like fighting games are a high-stake, high-pressure situation, and it is easy to just hit buttons for the sake of hitting buttons,
Yeah.
but
Shenandoah University is a big little university rising.
With 22 Division III sports teams, over 200 areas of study,
Over 300 annual performances, an elite academic esports program,
Nationally ranked health professions programs, one of the biggest university presences on Broadway.
immersive AR and VR learning programs,
Cybersecurity and computer science programs, and innovative undergrad and graduate programs.
all at a place that cares for you.
Shenandoah University is the big little university rising. Find out more at su.edu/rising.
We have the Esports Arena right here on campus in Winchester, Virginia, and this facility acts as the hub for all esports activity at Shenandoah University. Students are able to use this space not just for competition and practices, but also as a living learning community and a sandbox for them to come and explore and practice and try out things related to and through esports in the gaming industry, so that they're getting that hands-on learning and the skills necessary to help them find a career by the time they graduate. We also have the professional level broadcast production booth, where we do all of our broadcasting and production, from casting of our games that we play right here on campus to working with outside entities to record footage for them as well. In addition to the space that we have here in the Esports Arena is the Esports War Room. Our students get to use that space for studying, but also outside projects. So our students get to use this space for professional development and the academic side of our esports program, which is such a critical component to go with that competitive element that we have. So we combine all of our facilities at Shenandoah University with competition, community, and career preparation. We have over 250 days of programming, and there's something for everybody, and we want you to be part of it.
And we are back. Thank you so much for being patient with that. We will be watching the next series of the Clarke County Gamer Bash, which will be the Belt Giver versus AJ, aka a Sonic matchup versus Sonic versus a Falco.
Yes, and like we had been saying before, a lot of fast characters. This is going to be so fast to watch, especially because, I mean, as we were saying before, Sonic, he can get around people really quick and use his Z targeting, and I'm excited to see how this goes, especially with AJ's ability to use the the deflect, that's what it's called.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see also because AJ, as a player, when competing for Shenandoah University, is usually the go-to to try and deal with Sonic as a character. Doesn't necessarily mean that the matchup is good for him, but it's the best that the crew has to offer, which means he has a little bit of experience going into this matchup. On the other side of that, Giver did get third place the last go-around, so this should be a very close series if I had to bet.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, these two just came out of the gate swinging, going all out on each other, and I think it seems like this is just how it's going to be for the entire time. They're not slowing down one bit.
Yeah, I mean, at any given point, it is very possible for Sonic to take a step back, but it seems like AJ is willing to just try and keep a sort of boxing game where the two of them are as close to each other as possible, prevent any sort of spin dash charge up, and instead, look at this, one laser off stage, trying to follow Giver doing a good job of not committing, instead trying to go back to the ledge, but will have to find an opportunity back on the stage. There it is, as both players trade a couple of hits.
Yeah, absolutely. And before we saw Giver was doing really good in the air against all the other characters, but against a Falco with AJ's capitalizing on Sonic being in the air and just pushing him off the edge as far as he can go.
Yeah, look at this. A couple of forward airs into the laser. 56% built onto the Sonic already. A Nair coming through. AJ just doing a good job of calling out these approaches. An air dodge to dodge the laser means that a forward air will meet the Sonic, and AJ takes a solid performance into game one. I mean, that was a beautiful Falco round.
Yeah, I mean, he just really felt like he was way more comfortable than he was against all the other characters there, which is kind of not what I was expecting because of how quick Sonic and how strong he can be.
Yeah, Sonic is the kind of character that you either have a game plan going in and you can try to play around it, or you are caught horrendously off guard and it can spell disaster for you.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Thankfully, AJ, being, again, really aware of that, is making this series very interesting because it seems like he has a game plan. Now it's going to be on to Giver. What sort of changes does he need to make to really keep things back in his favor? I think a lot of it's going to have to come down to breaking that muscle memory on that air dodge off stage.
Yeah.
And then after that, we will have to see.
I mean, just, again, coming right out the gate with his projectiles, trying to build up that percentage so he can come in and launch the Sonic off the map. Doing a really good job at closing that distance when he needs to.
Able to find the back air, keeping things rolling. Finds the spin dash into the forward air.
It's interesting that the Sonic went off the map to the point where he had like the little icon thingy. What do you think he did that for?
Yeah, I think he's just understandably, like, wanting AJ to not commit to going off stage. I feel like if you go that far off, your goal is to say, I won't hold forward, you can stop trying to get me off stage, like, let me just, like, I will give you the respect, just please back away.
That's honestly very interesting to hear. I mean, from what I'd seen prior with the Sonic, he was the aggressor. He was the one who was going in and just shooting whatever he can at his opponent, but that's I was not expecting that.
Yeah, and as we get back onto the stage, one spin dash into the quick neutral B, keeping things rolling. Gets a little bit more damage going.
Did we see AJ in the last one?
In the last match, it was Elim versus NN Gaming. When we saw AJ last, he was playing against Kip, and it went
Oh, no, sorry, I meant the last bash.
Oh, the last bash. No, AJ was not here the last time.
Okay, so this is definitely interesting to see, given Giver did win third place last time, and not having had to go up against a Falco, I believe.
Yeah, this is... to find yourself against AJ at this point in the bracket is definitely just kind of a hurdle in and of itself. If you are trying to take whatever you can, you need to get past this very strong, funny game plan, and Falco is keeping things rolling. Look at this, one grab into the Nair drag down, keeping the combo rolling as we see combo percentage built up one hit after another.
Yeah, the only thing that really stopped that combo going was the platform sliding away, but downs him off the map.
Yeah, that is a very strong spike, a very aggressive call out, because again, a lot of the earlier offstage interactions was the Sonic player, the belt giver, holding back, essentially, trying to say like, okay, listen, there's no reason for you to come off stage for me. There's one time, this singular time that he's like, I'm going to try to hold into the stage a little bit.
Yeah.
AJ goes off stage, says, no, you're not allowed to do that still, and spikes him for it.
Yeah, definitely punished him hard for that one. I mean, again, playing so quickly with each other, and just AJ really bringing out all the stops here.
So as we head into game number 3, AJ could very easily close this out, but the belt giver did have a better go around from game 1, which means that if that momentum can continue, it's very possible that he's able to bring this to a game 4 and equalize this series, but he's got a pretty tall hill to climb as AJ is looking to close things out.
Yeah, and I mean, the belt giver was doing a good job there at the very start, just getting really aggressive and getting AJ maybe a little uncomfortable with how close he is, but AJ's falling back a bit, trying to make sure that he can take control of the tempo again.
A couple of lasers thrown out. AJ calling out the approach with a nair. Does go off stage, needs to use the side beat to get a little bit of control. The belt giver, once again, doing a good job holding back before making an approach back to the main stage.
And you saw AJ, it looked like he was definitely going to try and go for another one of those little spins.
Yeah, look at this. One down air. Dancing around these Sonic approaches, but the belt giver finding a couple of good hits, trying to forward smash that side B. It was definitely looking to commit for the full stock. It's getting close. Both players looking for that final hit.
I just realized that they both, ooh, AJ launching the Sonic off the map.
Yeah, well,
I was saying, I realized that they both, their little side attacks, they both spin when they jump at each other.
yeah, they are committing themselves to just trying and flinging themselves at each other.
Goodness.
Look at this. The belt giver trying to keep AJ off stage, uses the forward smash, punches him right in the face, and the percent, while not even, is looking pretty good for the belt giver. I say that as the combo breaks out.
Yeah. My goodness. AJ's just doing a great job at being able to, you know, close that distance for when Sonic's doing his little spinnies. He's good at jumping over them, getting around and waiting for the opportunity to close in and just start wailing on him.
Yeah, look at this. We have seen 3 down airs from AJ in the last 10 seconds, just trying to build percent, and the belt giver has been caught in a very bad spot because of it. AJ has built up so much percentage, finds a nair, and just keeps the damage rolling.
Ooh, my goodness. I didn't even see what happened there. He just disappeared.
Yeah, both players hit on each other, but AJ's is very strong as the belt giver goes for a spike really early on. Aggressive approach, the kind of approach needed to bring back this series, but a dangerous one all the same.
Looks like he tried to go for a grab there. Just missed by a hair.
And here we go, Falco combo. Couple of up airs into the back air, trying to call out a jump instead. The belt giver returns it. One back air, calling out the AJ approach with the landing. Means that the stock count will even up. It is anyone's game, but even still, it's going to be difficult to get this combo game going unless you find an opportunity to approach like that.
I mean, AJ's doing good, though, at having the percentage lead here, making sure that he's blocking what he can and going in when necessary. Ooh, grabbing and throwing him off. Spiking him down off the map. AJ winning that one out all.
Yeah, AJ, once again, just finding an opportunity for the down air, will be able to close out this series with a strong 3-0. All the same, we saw a little bit of the momentum fall back into the belt giver's hands, where it was just like little moments. Like the game 1, it was a very strong AJ performance, but then it was a couple of small changes and a couple more small changes. Unfortunately, it's just not enough in this short of a series. It feels like if these two players were to keep going back and forth one after another, last go around, so the belt giver could continue to find ways to bring it back. But for now, it seems like AJ is going to be the one to continue his bracket run.
Yeah, and I mean, from the start, from when we saw AJ, he was just warming up, like just starting to get comfortable with everything. But now it seems like he is all the way warmed up and knows exactly what he needs to do no matter who he's up against.
Yeah, and AJ's comfortability in this sort of game is you need to be that level of comfortable to really keep yourself rolling. Otherwise, you can't commit to options like that. You can't go for those down airs. You can't go for your potential multiple like on stage down airs into your back airs and stuff like that. It's difficult, but it's at the same time, once you have that level of comfort, oh, the stuff you can do, the places you'll go, oh my goodness, it's beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, who else did we see AJ go up against?
Yeah, AJ went up against Kip and was taking that series pretty strong to start things off.
That's right.
It was when Kip started to see that initial momentum, he's like, I need to put a stop to something here real fast and swap back over to the Pac-Man.
Yeah, and I mean, you did great against that too, despite, not winning it overall. He was good at being able to get behind and counter the bells back into Pac-Man's face. But yeah, no, he's doing great.
Yeah, and so as we get ready for the next match, I do believe we are moving back over to the winner's side of the bracket, which means that we will see a match familiar if you have seen the last Gamer Bash. It will be Willie versus Kip once again on the winner's side of the bracket. It should be relatively close. I am not expecting any sort of sword fighter shenanigans unless they feel like it. But at the same time, whatever sort of game plans they have, it seems like Kip has wanted another shot to go up against Willie recently, and I am expecting to see a little bit more of that.
Yeah, I mean, this is what I was looking forward to, right? These boys, fantastic. They're so good at what they do, and they like having fun. Like, they just love being able to go up against each other and see what they can do. And you know what? If what they pull out is Beast Sword Fighter, so be it. But I think we might see Willie pull out a Terry if Kip gets like a lot of momentum like he did before.
Oh yeah, and understandably so, as it looks like another big change for the side of things is Kip did play Steve earlier.
Yeah.
And if he wants a shot at this, if he is very serious about committing to trying to learn this character, making sure it's crew battle ready, I mean, hey, this could be one of your best opportunities to keep things going.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I mean, I'm excited to see that. I just realized Willie picked Link. My guy. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to see this.
I love to see it. Willie taking a very executive approach, saying, hey, listen, Kip, you're trying to play a new character? Very well, I'll try a new one myself. Here comes the Link gameplay. But first things first, you got to get past the Steve game
Oh my
plan.
gosh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think that Link's going to be able to do some good damage here, though, because his projectiles are very, very strong. And he can probably, I haven't really seen a lot of Steve play, but I believe that his projectiles can break through a lot of his blocks.
Yeah, the bomb will definitely be Willie's best friend in this sort of matchup. The diamond is already online. We do see bomb thrown down, does break the dirt blocks, but Kip sitting in shield, not wanting to take any damage in return, as he did try to throw Link's arrow back at him.
Yes, you can pick them up. Oh my goodness. This is just so exciting to see. Ooh, but he does get launched by the minecart with his percentage so high.
I mean, that's going to be the difficult part, is finding a way onto, like, Kip's... Finding a way to deal with Kip's sort of game plan, building a wall, and then getting those resources online. At the same time, Willie definitely seems to have a pretty good understanding of making Kip feel the pressure. It's going to be on Willie. How do you close these stocks against Steve? It could be that hero spin, like you were saying.
Yep, there it is.
It will close out this stock for the first go around.
Yeah, and so something that you're gonna laugh at me for this, but something that I found out recently in all my years of playing Link is that you can bounce the boomerang off of the map, like off the floor. And I think that if he uses it correctly against some of Steve's blocks, he can get a pretty good use it for good percentage growth or build. Sorry.
Yeah. No, I hear you. Because if you're able to get rid of that low block and then use that bouncing boomerang, it could prevent Kip from mining without actually having to get close to him. It's not always going to be easy to get off, but it could be incredibly valuable as we see Kip, going for these options here, throwing out smash attacks left, right, and center, trying to close out the stock with that diamond pickaxe and the diamond sword. The pickaxe has broken, which means that Kip is looking for another way to close out the stock as Willie throws out the forward tilt to secure another stock.
Yeah, and I mean, despite that, Kip is doing a really good job of being able to get around just the length of the Master Sword. Oh my God, for a minute there.
Hold up.
Okay.
Multiple forward airs, looking for the hero spin. It won't be enough.
And that's all right. And the Master Sword is very, very, very long. I think it's one of the longer swords in Smash Brothers. But Kip's doing a good job of being able to play around it and getting away from a lot of his projectiles.
Yeah, look at this. Willie is trying to close out this stock as fast as possible, having to burn the double jump to get back onto the stage. Will use the bomb, keep things rolling, trying to bait Kip into an option. Instead, Kip playing the patient game, using the minecart, bounces into his own block. Both players at a % to lose their stock.
Yeah, the percentages are just so high.
Ooh, he went for an up smash, but it clanked.
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
I think if Willie's able to get him in the air, he could really do him in. But again, Steve is just so strong.
There it is. And you called it. One good hit to send Steve into the air. Into the forward air will be enough to close that stock and give Willie game number 1 on a new character that Willie is now playing. And now has a Link online.
I'm beaming, Kevin. I'm so happy. I was not expecting to see Link in this at all because I know he's good, but he's not super popular. But I mean, yeah, from my experience, all you really need to do is be passive aggressive and just build up the percentage as much as possible and then just get them in the air. Because again, they can't get close enough if you can get the spin with how long the Master Sword is, and then they're gone.
Just let them know.
Exactly.
It's interesting to see how that matchup played out too, just because it feels like the bomb being able to break dirt blocks on the initial explosion is actually kind of insane. Kip has no double jump, will be able to find a way back onto the ledge, does have to burn the minecart, and Willie's edge guard on Link, holy cow.
This is super impressive, and I didn't know that you could stop the minecart with the arrow, but that's a good thing to keep track of.
Yeah, if you have a way to deal with minecart, that can really make or break this matchup. 2 moves that you need to learn is, can you deal with a block in front of you, and can you deal with the minecart? If the answer is yes, you get stuff like that.
And I mean, even so, Kip is still doing a good job at being able to get resources in between here. And I mean, he's got bomb in his hand right now. Let's see what happens here. Oh gosh, I lost my train of thought. I was being able to get as many resources as possible could really make or break here, because if he can get the right materials that he needs, he could counter him.
Oh yeah. I mean, look at this right now. He's making sure that he has whatever resources he wants, goes for the minecart. Link, being a little heavier, is able to survive that interaction. But
Link is unnaturally heavy.
Right? I mean, it's kind of shocking how long you can hold on to the stock. But at the same time, I feel like the 2 characters who seem to blow themselves up on occasion, the Lynx and Snakes of the world, do seem to hold on to their stocks for a while.
Yes.
Wow, that dash attack almost KO'd.
Whoa, that cart, I was not expecting it to come out there.
Wow, look at the bomb setup too on the block. The forward tilt closing out another.
I mean, this is definitely some, for me, S-tier gameplay, because I do not play Link nearly this well, but his placements of everything is just fantastic.
We do see Kip with a diamond online, building up percent pretty quickly. Look at that, 20% off with the forward air, looking for the back air to potentially close things out. Forward smash, both players, the swords barely missing each other.
Yeah. Ooh, getting hit by the minecart on the jump.
Look at this, a couple of boomerangs. Willie playing the aggressive approach, trying to get Kip to commit to something. Kip looking for the forward smash, able to get spaced out by not only the forward tilt, using the bomb to potentially catch Kip in that minecart, but the hero spin is returning the other way.
I'm not even sure what happened there. He just was gone.
Yeah. A very strong forward smash from Kip will be able to close out that stock as we see both players now sitting at a percentage where they could go down. You might notice that despite Willie being at a lower percent, I'm still saying that he can go down, and that is just kind of the Steve factor. Diamond strong.
Absolutely.
Oh, forward. Wow. Okay. It's clear to me that I do not watch enough Link. I thought that would KO off the side than it would at the top, and yet that KO'd off the top in a pretty sound fashion. Like, that was nice.
I don't have the logistical knowledge to say what really happened, but yes. The Master Sword is so strong, and especially, I don't think I've seen it happen yet, but when Link is at 0, he can throw a projectile with the Master Sword. It glows blue, and that does a good amount of damage.
Yeah, look at this. We are already into game number 3. Willie
Going
committing
right
to the Link bit and is built a solid amount, but at the same time, Kip trying to return it in stride, does grab the arrow once again to throw it back into Link's face.
And Link, again, using the boomerang this time to get rid of the minecart, so it come flying at him.
Yeah, I feel like so many people struggle to deal with minecart. That boomerang is causing some serious problems.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Man, look at this. Kip controlling the stage, getting a little bit of momentum going. Willie using the bomb to recover back onto the stage.
I had no idea you could do that. That was beautiful.
Yeah.
Angling the boomerang down.
Yeah, keeps the percent rolling. But there's that back air. That back air from Steve will be able to close out the stock.
Absolutely.
Couple of resources charged. Kip immediately crafting the diamond, hoping to hold on to it for a while on this stock. And look at the percentage build up right out the gate as Willie looks for the forward smash.
Absolutely. And so you keep the materials that are in your inventory, but whatever you have already equipped is gone once you are eliminated.
Yes.
Okay.
It requires, there's a set amount that Steve needs to mine before he finds his next diamond.
All right.
So that is why you will see Kip still trying to mine despite having a pretty full inventory.
Absolutely.
And it's to try and find another diamond for the last stock as Willie looks for another bomb drop, but does not get it this time around.
You know, that was crazy. I didn't know that you could do that, but I mean, unfortunately going to have to take some damage there, which did not work out in his favor.
Trying to find that up smash, but is barely out of the way. Kip turning around, able to get a hit going, but the up smash doesn't KO. The up tilt will, though. It is a one-stock bout as Kip commits to spending some gold for his tools after not finding a diamond in the first go-around, as Willie beating out minecart with forward air, commits to the hero spin. It won't KO, and in return, it will take 30% from Kip.
I mean, Kip's doing just a good job at, you know, staying calm in this. Like, we weren't expecting it. I don't think he was expecting it. And I don't know if he's played against Link a lot because, again, you don't see him very often. But he is doing a fantastic job at using his resources the way he needs to be.
Yeah, it does throw out another back air. Commits to the minecart to get back on the stage. Bow is charged. Minecart is thrown out. Both players trying to figure out which option they can use to secure this last stock as the diamonds are online. And just about anything could KO at this point with a diamond in the hands of Kip. But at the same time, it's the minecart! Can he make it back? Can he use the bomb? He goes the wrong way.
Oh, no.
That is tough. There's not much more to say about that.
Yeah. I saw the vision. It's unfortunate he got launched the other way.
Yeah, I mean, we've all been there. I feel like we've all tried to do something crazy only for it to absolutely go the wrong way. But hey, I mean, Willie had a vision. If I'm in that spot, I'm positive I am going down. I'm like doing down air or something. Like, that's it. He's trying to find a way.
Yeah, I mean, you got nothing to lose at that point. If you make it back to the stage, you're in. But if not, you're going down anyway. But hey, I mean, this has been fantastic. I'm so excited that I get to see this.
Yeah, he's been having a strong performance, but it does seem like Kip may have figured something out.
Yes.
Now, Willie with the counter pick going to Final Destination does eat a 56 combo off of Steve. But look at this Link combo game. Boomerang coming back, forward airs being thrown out. A couple of nairs. Boomerang beating out the minecart. Look at that. It's crazy.
And I mean, with Final Destination here, there's no avoiding the arrows and sometimes the bombs, and the arrows can be really, really strong once fully charged, and they can be a menace if you are off stage, just keeping you from being able to come back.
Bomb is thrown down. Kip able to use neutral get up back onto the stage. Builds a quick dirt wall, but the dirt block goes away, which means Link is able to use the dash attack and catch Kip Crafton as he tries to find a way back onto the stage, and the bomb recovery did not work once again.
Hey, that's all right. It was a good try, good attempt.
Yeah.
Getting right back into it, trying to get this percentage up.
Yeah, look at that. A couple of combos, getting the boomerang stuff going. Arrows thrown out, forward airs thrown out. Kip finding a way past it, gets a couple of up tilts ready to rock and roll, and the percent is already building pretty quickly for this sort of matchup.
Kip's definitely got to be careful with that, I'm blanking on what it's called, but when he comes down with the sword on top, you can bounce. Yes, you can bounce with that. And so if he unshields, like, too late or whatever, right, at the wrong time, the bounce will still come down, and that thing is so strong.
Yeah, look at this. As we see a hero spin come out, closing out a stock. 94% on Willie. A wood combo, building a little bit of percentage, but not much more than that. As we swap to stone, a thrown.
Grab and kick.
Yeah.
Percentage so high, though. Getting launched off regardless.
Oh, both sides looking for these next couple of hits, getting their combo games online, and it seems like Kip has called out two pretty strong landings as the down air comes out from Willie to keep things going. Forward air comes out. We see a call out on the approach from Kip. Builds a quick dirt block wall, tries to call out the double jump. It won't be enough. Down smash to try and catch the roll, but at the same time won't hit in the right spot.
So you got hit by the mine, like, tracks there.
Ooh, this is very close. No way. Oh, the hero spin did it.
Oh my gosh, that is such a strong ability. I mean, Kip was doing great, though, at being able to get around a lot of those attacks, but in the end it still wasn't enough because that reach, Kevin.
That was so fast. It felt like he had just hit the ground and was expecting, like he just knew Kip was trying to find a way back onto the main stage and just covered all that space. I mean, you said it. That's a big sword.
It is. You'd think that the reach for it wouldn't be as far as it is, but it is kind of insane. It's kind of insane.
And it took the stock, too. Like, it wasn't even airborne. It wasn't even, like, Kip just kind of exploded. That's wild.
I mean, that's kind of why I like him, because I don't play the best, but Link can just really make up for where I lack at being able to be good at Smash.
Listen, when you have all of these tools ready to rock and roll, it seems like a Link can do just a little bit of everything in these sorts of matchups. I'm liking what I'm seeing out of the Kip Steve, but I do think a lot of it came down to just how do you deal with the minecart? Like, minecart is so strong in so many matchups, and yet it felt not entirely neutralized, but the boomerangs and the arrows kind of clanking with it, I was not ready for.
Yeah, I just got rid of them completely from coming toward him. And I think we only saw him get caught once, and it was when he tried to do the bomb tech and got launched the other way.
Right.
But yeah, no, they weren't too much of a problem for him.
Oh, man, as we keep looking through these
there
replays. Yep, here we go. The other way.
That's
Look
so
at Willie's face in the bottom
unfortunate.
left.
Yeah. I mean, all in all, very, very fun matchup to see here. And I mean, again, like we said before, Kip's not gone up against a Link before. I mean, with who he practices against, we see a lot of the brawlers and people who don't normally have a sword that is, you know, the Master Sword.
Yeah.
And all the projectiles that Link does have are not necessarily unique, but in his tool set can be unique in the way that he can combine them.
Yeah, and with all that being said, I am happy to see that once again they have committed to a matchup in winner's side that is not the traditional what you expect out of these two players.
Yeah.
Both of them know each other, appreciate each other, try to get better while playing each other. So for Kip to stick with the Steve, I feel like he could have swapped to Pac-Man and tried to reverse it.
Absolutely.
But he committed to it.
Yeah,
and so
absolutely.
we see now on the other side of the bracket, Elim versus Kip. Kip now with a lot on the line will be playing Pac-Man and trying to deal with Elim's hero.
Absolutely. And I mean, after that, who wouldn't want to come back to the character that you just are so incredibly comfortable with? I think that, I mean, right off the bat here, he's getting really aggressive doing his combos, but Elim's also very good at being able to get out of those.
And we see fruit being thrown. Elim sitting in the menu as appropriate, trying to figure out which magic spell should he choose for this situation. Right now, Pac-Man not wanting any of it and trying to keep Elim on his toes.
I mean, both these characters have really good projectiles, and while, you know, one's magic, one's a fruit.
Right.
They are very good at being able to get around each other, knowing that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, when it comes to the bell setups, the hydrant setup, it's on a limb using Zoom this time around, does find a way back onto the stage. Dodging that bell there. I mean, if you know how to deal with a given projectile, you can really start to dance around your opponent's game plan.
Absolutely.
As bells, look at that, left, right, and center.
So for that hero move, I've seen it a couple times now, where he falls off the map and then just comes from the sky and then just reappears. What is that?
Oh, so when he is off stage, a key thrown out to send Elim right off stage. When he's off stage, there's a spell that pops up pretty frequently in the menu. It's just called Zoom.
Okay.
And he flies up to the heavens and will come back down anywhere above the main stage.
Oh, okay, okay. Is that kind of like replace like a double jump type thing, or?
It's another way, if he's caught super far off the stage, he can kind of like gamble.
Okay.
Ordinarily, you would want to use your up B to get back onto the stage, but if he's caught in that awkward spot, he takes a shot to see if he can find that spell. If he finds it, he gets back on stage. If he doesn't, he loses the stock.
And now evening the stock count out.
Yeah,
Pulling
2
up.
stocks.
Oh gosh. Kip is really, really good at edge guarding.
Yeah, and
as
he
we've
needs to
seen.
be.
Yeah.
Yeah, that ring around Elim is called Bounce. It reflects all projectiles thrown at him, so he couldn't throw any fruit that entire interaction.
Yeah, I mean, he was really good at waiting, though, because then he got the bell off and he was able to hit him.
And Elim was caught looking for that zoom that wasn't there. That's the risk you have to take.
Oh, so it changes what's in the menu?
Yeah, I believe there are like
Oh.
20 different options of what can be in that menu.
Holy
and
cow.
it only pops up with like 4 every time he pops it up. So he needs to pull it up,
Okay.
read it, select something,
Okay.
and pray to God it's what he wanted in that situation.
Okay, that changes things in my mind, then, because I thought it was just there and you just had to like scroll really fast and like hope that you did it in time. But no, that definitely, wow, you really are taking a gamble with that.
Yeah, and this character, despite having a lot of luck-based like moments, does also just like there's a lot you can control, and Elim does a pretty good job of playing around the aspects that he can control.
Absolutely.
At the same time, you do almost need to rely a little bit on the menuing and your potential random crits.
Yeah. Elim does have the bell.
Yeah.
Ooh, and unfortunately, Kip does get hit by it.
Yeah, we'll get caught by an up tilt there. Hero sitting at 90, starting to buff up. Here comes the Accelerate. Look how fast this hero moves.
Yep. Doesn't seem to matter to Kip, though, as he is able to get around it.
Yeah. Trying to call out the approaches. Does use the up B to get back onto the platform. A full mana bar for Elim, and not using too many spells, but does re-grab the bell. So now Kip can't use any fruit until it's gone. There it is. Kip takes a little bit of percentage in return. Elim calls out, tries to destroy the fire hydrant, but does make a way back onto stage. Oh.
Ooh.
Fireball.
Wow. Using the bell to just absolutely immobilize him and use a side B.
Yeah, I could have sworn that fireball left you in shield stun a whole lot longer.
He did get hit. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, he was sitting there. He shielded the full fireball, and, like, it doesn't break shield or anything.
Yeah.
But I wonder if I'm thinking of, like, Sephiroth or something. Like big explosion. You should just be, like, sitting there for as long as possible.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely came out of it quick to be able to get the ghost.
Yeah, hit him with Blinky.
Is that the red one? I just know Pinky's the pink one.
Yeah, Pinky's the pink one. Blinky might be blue.
Okay.
I forget the other ones. I'm ashamed to say it.
Hey, that's okay.
Oh, man. They're going to get a lecture from Kip after this. It's all right. We hop into another game. Bounce is online. Kip cannot throw any projectiles for the first 20 or so seconds. And it does find, calls out the double jump. Elim will need to recover using a bit of mana and is just kind of caught off stage.
Yeah, I mean, Kip again is doing a really good job at kind of keeping Elim off to the side, controlling as much of the map as he can. And I don't know if it's got like a specific name for it, but like using the fire hydrant to drop down in case they try and grab the ledge is really, really clever.
Yeah, that as a option is brutal. Speaking of brutal options, a bell sitting in place on the neutral getup will prevent Elim from going for anything more on that neutral getup as Kip gets a bit of a combo game going. A couple of up tilts thrown out, keeping pressure on that hero.
I definitely, and maybe it's just because the animation is so prominent, Kip utilizes grabs a lot and like to his advantage, you know, as you can see.
Yeah. I mean, even right there, you won't get a ton of value off of a Pac-Man grab, but because of that, people tend to sit in shield a lot in the Pac-Man matchup. And if you have an option that beats people shielding, why not use it? Even if it won't give you a lot.
Absolutely. I mean, once he can throw them, because getting people up in the air, from what I've seen with Pac-Man, is super advantageous because he can just do that little lump, like getting launched off, that jump that he does with the little dots. And just launches them off the map. Yeah,
that side B can really just destroy any sort of early stock if hit in the right spot. Wow.
Oh, and the bill.
No way. I don't even think Kip realized that bounce was going to end there.
Absolutely. I mean, I didn't think it was going to hit, but it did.
Yeah, that was a crazy hit all the same. Elim sitting at 146.
Yep.
Does find a fire hydrant to the face.
Oh, the key lands, though, allowing Kip to be able to get up without worry.
Apple thrown out. Kip sitting there, willing to charge fruit the entire time. Does find another opportunity for bounce, which means that Kip needs to approach, and if you're going to approach, there's going to be a sword waiting for you.
Although Hero is at 165 now, so Kip just needs to get a good hit on him. Yep, there it is. Evening out the stock. Even though he has 11%, can even this out altogether.
Kip finds another grab, gets a little bit of damage going. Looking for an opportunity to get back onto the center of the stage, but Kip doing a good job of preventing any sort of landing as the bell goes right over the side B and will secure this match 2-0 right now for Kip. One more good round and Kip will walk away with another chance, I believe, to go up against Willie.
Oh, really?
Okay,
yeah, I thought that was it, but no, I mean, we're right back where we were at the last one, where these two just have to go all out at each other. And hey, maybe if he makes it, we'll see a Mii fighter come out with that one instead, or the classic Kazuya or Terry against Pac-Man.
Yeah, I'm curious at this point if Elim does try to swap characters or not. I feel like he went into this expecting Pac-Man and went hero with that in mind. Bounce has gotten a ton of value. It's hard to argue against it, but sure enough, we do see a character swap. The new character that Elim has been practicing a lot in the arena as of late, this Sora, is going to make an appearance and may be a equalizer to try and deal with the Pac-Man.
I mean, absolutely. And like you said before, Sora is very, very floaty. So I don't think he'll have a lot of trouble being able to get around a lot of Kip's attacks.
Yeah, at the same time, though, Kip is calling out a lot of these approaches, and Elim's getting pushed around by the water a little bit more than I think he would like.
Absolutely. Another fire hydrant goes down. Ooh, hitting Kip. Oh, the bell gets grabbed. Oh.
Elim does get a bell stun, but was looking for a combo to follow up, trying to maximize the amount of damage. Unfortunately, the bell angle was just a little bit off, and because of that, it leads to a disadvantage there, which Kip takes full advantage of, securing a stock.
So with Pac-Man's recovery,
yes,
can other characters bounce off of his little
Yes, they
thingy?
can.
Ah, okay.
So it starts at blue, and then it goes yellow, red, and if it hits red and you try to jump on it, the person falls through it and they can't do anything. That's nothing at all.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, it's kind of funny.
Ooh, he hit him once with that bell, caught it, and then hit him again and side beat.
That hurts a little bit. Just one bell after another. Those stuns feel like they do so much, even if it's not like super, it doesn't feel super painful in the moment. You know something's coming in the next couple of seconds.
Ooh, but Kip being so high on that percentage, Elim is able to take a stock. But Kip still has the lead.
Fire hydrant's been thrown down. The thunder being used. Ooh, bell thrown. Elim finds a good nair train, keeping the percentage rolling, trying to see if the down tilt will work in his favor. Goes for the counter, trying to call out the Pac-Man key. Will be able to grab it. That was a very good grab.
Yeah, I mean, that key comes out fast.
Yeah. Bell thrown out once again. Clanks with the Sora Nair. Up air thrown out. Tries to thunder Kip. It won't connect, but Elim is sitting right above the Pac-Man, trying to close things out. Key thrown out.
Ooh.
Clanks into Sora. The bell is thrown right back into Kip's face.
That was a crazy recovery. I thought he was gonna. I thought he was gonna go. Ooh.
Yeah. Up air thrown out.
Unfortunately, does end up losing a stock there.
Yeah. At this point, you're looking a lot at what the Kip can do. Does find a bell, and Sora being a little bit lighter. Back air will connect, and Kip will secure that series 3-0, meaning that he has one more shot at Willie, who I'm curious is going to be running the Link, the Kazuya, the Terry, the Mii Sword Fighter. I don't know. He's apparently expanding his arsenal as well.
Yeah, Jack of Trades, Bag of Tricks. He's got it all coming out today. I mean, I wouldn't be upset to see really any of those characters. So, like, I mean, it was very interesting to, you know, obviously, I don't think I've ever seen him play Link before. So it was very interesting to see that. And I wonder if he does pull it out again, if Kip is just going to stick to, like, Pac-Man this time and, like, what that matchup's going to look like.
And that is incredibly fair. With all that being said, I do think we are going to take a very quick break before this grand finals. So we will send you with a couple of replays. Don't go anywhere. We will be back in just a few short minutes. Oh, so when he is off stage, back onto the stage, but if he's caught in that awkward spot, he takes a shot to see if he can find that spell. If he finds it, he gets back on stage. If he doesn't, he loses the stock.
And now
Falls out, tries to destroy the fire hydrant, but does make a way back onto stage.
Ooh. Getting people up in the air, from what I've seen with Pac-Man, is super advantageous because he can just do that little launch. Oh, getting launched off. That jump that he does with the little.
Waiting for you.
Although Hero is at 165 now, so Kip just needs to get a good hit on him. Yep, there it is.
Looking for an opportunity to get back onto the center of the stage, but Kip doing a good job of preventing any sort of landing as the bell goes right over the side B. Elim does get a bell stun, but was looking for a combo to follow up, trying to maximize the amount of damage. Unfortunately, the bell angle was just a little bit like super. It doesn't feel super painful in the moment. You know something's coming in the next couple of seconds.
Ooh, but Kip being so high on that stock there.
Yeah. At this point, you're looking a lot at what the Kip can do. Does find a bell, and
Shenandoah University is a big little university rising.
With 22 Division III sports teams, over 200 areas of study,
Over 300 annual performances, an elite academic esports program,
Nationally ranked health professions programs, one of the biggest university presences on Broadway.
immersive AR and VR learning programs,
Cybersecurity and computer science programs, and innovative undergrad and graduate programs.
all at a place that cares for you.
Shenandoah University is the big little university rising. Find out more at su.edu/rising.
We have the Esports Arena right here on campus in Winchester, Virginia, and this facility acts as the hub for all esports activity at Shenandoah University. Students are able to use this space not just for competition and practices, but also as a living learning community and a sandbox for them to come and explore and practice and try out things related to and through esports in the gaming industry so that they're getting that hands-on learning and the skills necessary to help them find a career by the time they graduate. We also have the professional level broadcast production booth where we do all of our broadcasting and production, from casting of our games that we play right here on campus to working with outside entities to record footage for them as well. In addition to the space that we have here in the Esports Arena is the Esports War Room. Our students get to use that space for studying, but also outside projects. So our students get to use this space for professional development and the academic side of our esports program, which is such a critical component to go with that competitive element that we have. So we combine all of our facilities at Shenandoah University with competition, community, and career preparation. We have over 250 days of programming, and there's something for everybody, and we want you to be part of it.
And we are back. Thank you for waiting. We have now the grand finals of the Clarke County Gamer Bash Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Tournament. For those of you just joining us, welcome. My name is Kevin Clayton. I'm joined by Bailey Ontiveros, and we have watched a ton of really good Smash Bros. Up until this point.
Yeah, no, I mean, this entire event has just been fantastic and full of surprises and things that I've just been over the moon to see.
From crazy character picks to unique matchups, I think we've gotten to see a lot of great moments from a whole bunch of different players. A lot of people who have gotten better over the different events. We have now seen multiple different people taking the podium. However, the same two people have been able to secure first and second, and that is Willie and Kip, who are going to be going at it once again. Terry Bogard versus Pac-Man.
Absolutely, and we were talking about this earlier before the break of who's he going to pick. Well, like, he had played Kazuya already and Terry, and then he pulled out the Link out of nowhere. But I think that playing Terry here is smart, makes sense for him.
And with that, we are off to the races. A couple of projectiles thrown. The Galaga adding a little bit. We do see a dash attack into the apple. Pac-Man just trying to play around these sort of burn knuckle setups, a couple of nairs and stuff like that. But Willie holding on to Kip's spell to potentially close out that stock.
Yeah, ooh, but reversing it and taking a stock from Willie. I'm not even sure what happened there. It happened so fast.
Yeah, it seems like Kip was throwing out a down air, and I didn't think I don't know if he was trying to close out that stock for the reversal, but if he was, I mean, that was whether he was or he wasn't, that was a great option there
Absolutely.
to take that stock.
Absolutely. I mean, he's doing great here. I mean, these two have played against each other a lot, as we've said before, and I think Kip has just learned how he can get around a lot of Terry's combos.
Yeah, this is probably, if you play either of these characters, this is probably the highest level of this matchup that you will see like consistently, is these two players, because they seem to find themselves against each other so often, and they both have extreme character knowledge about this matchup.
Yeah, absolutely. And Willie will be taking a stock from Kip with that, but he is at a very high percentage, and if Kip's able to do this right, he can take another stock. Although Terry does have his little go at the ready.
Yeah, he went for one there, but that trampoline saved Kip, who went for the Buster Wolf, where he just slides forward trying to punch him in the face. But instead, the trampoline bounced Willie up high, and Willie sitting at 171. We do know. I mean, look at that. He just slides across the screen.
Crazy. And Kip is able to find that other stock. Going in with the Galaga platform, moving him off the stage.
It's like a personal escort.
It's like, here, I'll make sure that you don't get hit. Hang on.
Yeah. Animal Crossing taxi service. We do see Willie get a couple more good hits, knocking the fire hydrant back towards the Kip as a power dunk connects, getting a little bit more damage rolling. Both players sitting around 100%. Just about anything may be able to close out the stock. It's just a matter of who gets this first strong hit in the right direction.
And the fun thing to see here is that we know that Kip is really good at edge guarding, but so is Willie. And both these characters also have incredible recovery. So it's kind of anyone's game to see who can get what. But Terry is able to get that stock on Kip.
Yeah, one quick Buster Wolf gets that go meter, getting full value out of that go meter, as he was trying to end him there. That was gross. Yeah. Oh, even speaking of gross, that was I did not expect that to connect.
Wow, no, me either. I wasn't ready for it to come out. That was crazy.
We see Terry connect in the right spot so often, where he's able to use the invincible rising tackle on his legs.
Yeah.
Willie is not super deliberate about that too often. I've seen situations where he's very deliberate about, I need to use the invincible version here, not feeling the pressure to, goes for the uppie, Kip ready, throws out the Pac-Man Ghost, whose name I forget, and throws out the forward smash to secure that stock.
That was incredible. I mean, I definitely, like, my brain's still processing, like, wow, the match is over. that happened.
Blink of an eye.
My goodness, yeah. I mean, I really thought that he was going to be able to come back around and get like maybe another combo off, because I don't remember what his percentage was. I think it wasn't too high, but
it was like a little over, like around 100 or so.
Yeah, but it's looking like Willie is now going to be coming in with Kazuya this time around.
Yeah, Kazuya Mishima making the appearance. Willie once again swapping characters for the sake of trying to keep things rolling and getting momentum back in his favor. Switching characters, trying to get Kip's muscle memory a little bit, like, not too consistent for any given matchup.
Absolutely.
Look at this, as Kip is playing a very good zoning game, trying to dance around these Kazuya setups, not letting Willie go for anything too crazy, but Willie, being the madman that he is trying to follow this Pac-Man up onto the platform.
Absolutely. And I almost wonder if Willie had picked Terry at first, because he hasn't played against Kip with a Terry as much, but I mean, just seeing this now, it seems like Kip's has a very good understanding of how Willie plays both Kazuya and Terry, and is doing a really good job at getting around a lot of the attacks.
I've noticed recently that Willie has been going for more side B than I think I have ever seen him go for in the crew battles within the last week and a half. And I don't know if it's something he's just found out recently, if he feels like people aren't punishing it hard enough.
Absolutely.
But for now, I mean, Kip is sitting very nice and pretty. Does throw the fire hydrant with Kazuya, kicks it back at Pac-Man. Will get caught on the stun. Here comes that electric. Will go for the up B, and the stock count will favor Willie to start things off.
I do believe Kip will be able to bring this one back, though. I mean, Kazuya's at 179.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's very difficult for Kazuya to combo at a percent that high. So
Absolutely.
here comes that Galaga, but at the same time, Kip trying to get around it. Willie trying to spike Kip down into the blast zone.
What even happened there? It just like kind of stunned him.
Yeah, just a little bit of a back and forth. Trying to use the bell, keep things rolling. Man, that Galaga does a lot.
Ooh, does that kick deflect or?
Yes, it will reflect any projectile. It's not like I press side B like you do for Link Boomerang.
Yeah,
you need to do an input where you press forward twice and then press A.
Gotcha.
So you can't do it like whenever you want. Like if someone's in your face trying to throw a projectile.
It has to be calculated.
Exactly.
And that's another crazy thing with Kazuya is that he, the games that he's from, this Tekken, you have to do those inputs, and the fact that they implemented that into here is pretty cool, and it just goes to show how much work really is put into this character.
Oh yeah, I mean you have probably double the amount of moves. The bell is thrown out and it stuns. Kip had a really good DI, but even so, that rage drive, that kill button will KO at any point like that, and the bell returned back into Willie's face will be enough to close out the stock. Both players sitting at 1 as Kip is looking to try and continue his series lead.
Yeah, extremely even right now. Well, not anymore, but was at 15%, but now Kip up to 65.
That was a beautiful sequence from Willie to hit the electric, land on the platform, because that platform is in just the right spot where no matter where you DI, I don't think you can DI off of the platform in that situation.
Yeah.
It sends him straight up onto it. Willie goes up there. Kip doesn't commit to the get-up option, or maybe he did do a get-up attack and Willie shielded it. Either way, suddenly, Demon Fist,
Yep.
Pac-Man stun, I get whatever follow-up I want, and Willie opts to just end it right then and there.
Absolutely. And for those who might not know, what's a DI?
Oh, yes, sorry. So DI, directional influence, is where you hold. If someone gets punched and they get sent flying left, you hold right. And that way you're not flying nearly as far.
Ah, okay. Gotcha.
Sometimes it makes sense where you should be holding, other times it doesn't. Side note, electric combo into the down smash.
My goodness.
Willie closes it out with a 0 to death, and it was only 10 seconds in.
Yeah, we're bringing it into the game now. Kip coming in with a Steve here, right? Doesn't even matter.
Yeah. Like, enough of this sort of crazy setups. Goes for the grab. Here comes an electric combo once again. Is sitting on the platform. Almost gets caught in another electric combo. Instead, will be able to find his way out of it. But here comes these combos. One into another. Kip able to get out.
Ooh.
Does use the block to get himself
gosh.
in a safe spot. Goes for a little bit of mining and prevents Willie from going for anything too crazy, as Willie is looking for everything he can to knock out this Steve.
Absolutely. I mean, he just seems like he wants to end this quick. But even so, I mean, yeah, taking that that other stock. I mean, Kip did really well there with being able to use the blocks to keep him from getting launched off the map. I mean, that was incredible.
Yeah, I mean, look at this. Rage Drive online. Is going to start dashing around. Does get hit by a minecart, but the Rage Drive is still there. Beats out the wooden blocks. Goes for a couple of crouch jabs. Kip sitting up high. Goes for the forward air. Bounces him off the blocks. And there are those crouch dashes.
Absolutely. They're terrifying every time I see them.
Yeah, he's just trying to get close. Here comes that electric, but Willie's at a super high percent. The combos don't flow nearly as easily.
Kip able to take a stock with that one, with the minecart carrying Kazuya away from him.
There's that Dragon Fist uppercut. Kip looking to close the stock there. I mean, it's very possible for the reversal, but at the same time, one Demon Fist into the forward smash, and Willie's Kazuya is looking as good as it needs to be to close out this series and another potential victory for this Clarke County series.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I mean, this will be if he gets 3. Wow. Yeah, that's incredible. I mean, it makes sense because he's so good.
He's
but
very
I mean, Kip's giving him a run for his money still,
Oh,
like
yeah.
regardless.
Yeah, I mean, Kip has a very, like, these two players have such a fundamental understanding of each other's playstyles that after a certain point, it feels less like this is a matchup-based match and it is a Kip versus Willie match.
Oh, absolutely. And Kip is going to come back with the Pac-Man, who he's very comfortable with, and just dance around Kazuya as much as he can, keep him away from it, and build up damage, and then hopefully take a stock.
Yeah, look at this. Kip sitting on the platforms saying, enough of this Kazuya combo game. If I am going to have to deal with you, it is going to be with you up on these platforms. Enough of dealing with these crazy combos on the ground. Follow me to the blast zone, my friend.
Yep. And that Animal Crossing taxi service again coming into play, kind of carrying Kazuya away from Kip. Able to do his side B, have the fire hydrant do a little bit of damage. Kazuya is at 117. I believe that's launching damage.
Oh, yeah, look at this. 66% on Kip, but with good DI there, holding in the right spot, is able to survive it. But there's that tech situation you were talking about,
Ricochet
too.
off the map.
Oh, he reflected the bell back at him.
That little kick. I mean, that takes a lot of able to get a stock down from Willie. That just took some, prediction, right? Being able to input that correctly.
Yeah, that was a very, hard call out. This is the option you're going for. If it's not, I'll do a little damage, but, this is what I wanted. Kip going up high with that side B to stall. He needs platforms. He wants platforms.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I can't blame him. Hey, listen, if no one wants to fight Kazuya on a stage with no platforms.
You don't want to be on the ground, but this guy is scary.
Yeah. This is a scary demon man.
So, will the fire hydrant, when it bounces like that, can it do extra damage, or is it just kind of there?
It's just kind of there. Think of it as one just big hitbox.
Okay.
Whoever walks into it, or whoever doesn't launch it, needs to be aware of it. Ooh. As Willie goes
Kazuya
for crouch
walking
dash.
into the bell. Oh my gosh.
He was possessed. He knew he wanted to crouch dash, but at what cost?
Exactly. I was not expecting that, but there you go. Now, Kip having the lead in stock, but at 118%, can lose a stock here.
Yeah, a couple of back tilts thrown out. We do see Willie now sitting on the platform, trying to find a way back in, trying to call out the roll, does use the trampoline to get up high and get Kazuya to follow, as both players are looking for a way to close out this stock.
Willie is able to get that stock off of Kip, though. I wasn't even sure what happened.
Yeah.
Again, he was just gone.
Right. Yeah, Kazuya's up special does a lot of damage on both sides and will be able to knock you away, send you flying. Speaking of flying, you will notice Kip may have just lost the stock right before this is now sitting at 73, and that is just kind of the Kazuya factor. Kazuya's holding an orange. He can't go for that crazy grab, but he will throw it away so that he can commit to the grab.
Absolutely.
Does go for the side B. Look at this. I mean,
Kip's doing a great job at keeping his distance and making sure that he can stay up a little longer.
Kip throwing out a couple of back airs, now sitting on the platform. Willie can grab someone while on the main stage if spaced right. You gotta be very careful as he's parrying just all the fruit and is armoring through the forward airs. There is a very scary Kazuya running in your face, and thankfully, Kip is able to dodge through it with all of the tools he needs. Does have a key, throws it out, tries to get Willie to commit to an option. Instead, Willie will start using the laser, trying to bait Kip into not charging anything too crazy. Instead, Willie does go for some sort of option. It looked like it might have been a forward smash.
Yeah.
Or it may have been a reflector, but now it is 2-2.
Wow.
The series is even, and Kip could find a potential bracket reset.
Yeah, that key was just perfect for that because you don't need to get too close. It just launches, and that's exactly what he needed. He did not need to move in.
Yeah, there's a... Willie's Kazuya will never stop being scary.
Yeah.
To see that he was able to play just so intimidatingly, parry fruit, parry fire hydrant, dash towards Pac-Man.
Yeah.
And for Kip to stay stone cold, not get intimidated, and find a series win, that is
incredible.
It's beautiful.
But we are getting right into it with Willie trying to get those combos off. Already got Kip up to 57%.
Yeah. 2-2 on the board. Can we see the Willie combos come through? There are severe lack of platforms on this stage beyond the ones on the ledge, and we saw how Willie can utilize those before. An up smash comes out to take one. I'm curious to see, is it going to be enough as one electric into another just keeps the damage rolling?
I mean, hey, it can be exhausting to try and like keep your distance and really make sure that you're outplaying Akasia. So I do see Kip kind of like trying to take it a little bit more slow.
He's gone.
Ooh, yep. Trying to stay away, but even so, it's exhausting, and you can't do it for long. But is able to get a stock off of Willie with a side B.
We'll get a Galaga online. Willie goes for the back tilt, able to get a crouch into the electric, goes for the platform setup. It goes for a little bit more of that 10-hit combo than I think he would have liked, but all the same, I do think he will continue adding to that percentage. Goes for a quick move, trying to catch Kip swinging. Instead, will be sent off the blast zone with a Galaga in hand. Fire hydrant launched back into Willie's general direction. Goes for that move once again. Dash attack this time around. Kip going for the grab. Tries to get Willie flying the other way. Willie going for the laser with the reversal. Caught rolling. Is it enough? No, we're on Kalos. Ooh. Kip holding on to the stock as long as possible. Kazuya sitting at 129. The Rage Drive online is looking for a way to get close. Goes for a reflector on the fire hydrant. Does dash past the bell. Looking to grab it. Instead will hit that. Is able to find his way out of it. Does he grab the ledge? He does. Willie going for the back tilt. Is not going to be able to find a setup. Goes for the up smash. Spaced out. Does find the 4-hit combo. Kip letting go of shield just a little too early, and Willie will secure the series once again. Another gamer bash in Willie's pockets.
Yeah, I mean, that was incredible to watch still. I mean, Kip is getting better every day going up against Willie Kazuya, but, you know, sometimes it's just not enough, and Willie was able to close that out.
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason why we see these two players in the crew battle setting for Shenandoah take so many stocks, and it's just because it seems like their game sense has evolved past just Smash Bros, now they try to play around each other.
Absolutely.
It gets crazy.
Well, I mean, that's kind of what you need to do, because at some point, you know, with all the abilities that a character has, it comes down to how that individual person's going to play them. And once you learn that, I mean, you can really get around a lot of their stuff. And that seems to be what they're doing.
And with all of that being said, I do think that with the Clarke County series will be, like, this is the last one for a little bit anyway. I imagine that there will be conversations. Maybe there will be more when the school year picks up once again, but it is nearing the end of the Shenandoah academic season.
Yes,
which
we'll be going into summer here soon.
Yeah, that just means that potentially going forward, we may get to see a little bit more of this event. Just for now, though, it's just Willie is the first place finisher 3 times all around. Yep. Kip got second 3 times all around, and we saw 3 different players earn third, from DJ Shoryu to
the belt giver.
The belt giver, yes. And this time around, Elim. So there's definitely a battleground in this sort of local scene, but there are some people that now, a lot of VOD out there, and a whole summer to figure out their game plans.
Oh, absolutely. And I think, you know, if we ever do this event again, like, we're going to really see, like, a lot happen underneath, because with all the players who are here today and more coming up, at least from what I've heard, we're going to have some really good people, and they might cause some upsets.
Beautiful stuff all around. I am looking forward to it. with all that being said, I do believe that we are going to pass it over for the award ceremony. So I will pass it over to Tracy to give things the go around.
Along with Clarke County Parks and Recreation, we want to give everyone a great big round of applause. Great job out there, gamers. We had some new gamers here. We've had some new faces here today. We've had a lot of people in all three of these competitions. But it seems like it has come down to the battle of Will versus Kip. And these were some epic battles tonight. And I don't even know all of the moves, but let me tell you, that last battle was pretty tough. So in second place, come on down, Kip. Because I want to know, and the viewers at home probably want to know, what was your most epic move or the toughest part of today?
Definitely that game 4 versus Willie. Sorry. It's pretty hard. I had to play very disciplined to kind of just close it out versus him, play very patient, and I still thought it worked. It paid off.
Well, thank you very much for coming out and keeping us on our edge of our seats. I actually almost fell off of my seat with that last move. And then Will, come on down. Champion. And we have a few prizes for you today. Cousins Paintball actually runs paintball competitions in 5 locations, 2 locations in New York. You can go down to Texas, you can go to New Jersey, or you can go to their one here at Stafford, Virginia, because you have the adventure pack. So that means 6 of your bros or your girls can go with you, and they have entrance fees. They'll set you up with all of your equipment. You just have to pay for your own. And then we have our Alamo Draft House Cinema with a package of 4 movie tickets, 2 popcorns, and then we also have a bunch of other just nice freebies from our Handy Mart stores, from our Naranjas Management, McDonald's in the area. And we just want to thank you for keeping us on our edge. And we want to know this: what was your toughest battle?
It was definitely winners finals with Link. It was originally just like a joke pick, and then it ended up being a lot more powerful than I thought. So I appreciate the inspiration.
Yay! All right. We want to thank our casters over there. You guys did an epic job. I don't know how you know all those moves, but you were like 2 steps ahead of them, I think. I don't know if that's intuition or what it was, but you guys are awesome. And for our TO, David, what was your most epic experience out of all 3 of these gamer bashes?
Oh, out of all 3, I think it has to be that very last match with like Kip and Will. I think that was a really, really tough battle, and being able to like have a game 5 scenario where it's just so close in the end was really just like, I was watching it up there, and I was like on the edge of my seat every single time, but I really loved it.
All right. So yes, please give it up for our TO, David Hummel. Alyssa, thank you and your staff for having us out to the Shenandoah Esports Arena. It has been a wonderful experience for Clarke County Parks and Recreation. Looking forward to some more collaboration. Thank you, everyone.
Beautiful stuff. Beautiful words all around. I'm glad to hear that so many people had so many great moments all from not only this event, but from the events, plural,
Absolutely.
over the semester. I mean, all of it culminated to that matchup, and I think this was one of the closest between those two players. Beautiful stuff all around. I don't know if there's anything that you want to hit on, because I mean, hey, lots of great stuff.
Nah, I'm just happy that I got to see the link. I didn't think that would happen, but I'm glad I somehow made a prediction, and I'm here for it.
It worked out so well against Steve. But with all of that being said, I do think that we will end things here. Won't drag things on past this point. Thank you all so much for watching. This will be the last broadcast of Clarke County's Parks and Rec Smash Bros. Gamer Bash tournament, at least for now. We will keep you posted if it happens in the future, but to keep any sort of information going on that, be sure to follow us on our socials, keep things rolling. You'll be able to hear if this event happens in the future. And with all that being said, I'm going to get this wrong, and Chris is going to kill me for it. It's be a friend, tell a friend something nice. It might just change their life. Thank you so much for watching, and we hope to see you again soon. This other niche of like having more tools, but enough of number one player here at the moment. We got our first matchup here. We got the Toon Link versus the Byleth, or Toon Link, excuse me, able to get the up smash going, able to get an arrow, a little bit more damage building up. As Byleth goes for an air dodge, I believe that was a misinput, but the first dashing back, getting out of the way.
Absolutely, and even if Byleth decides to land on the platform there, Toon Link could just use his up B, yeah. Oh, there we go.
Momentum falling into the hands of this Toon Link player, but we could see in the face cam a little bit, Dark Dreams is doing a really good job of just kind of not getting too affected by it, but...
And myself, but I know he's kind of a mean character, but really, really strong.
Oh, yeah. Oh, the air dodge. Great confirmation there to close out that first stock as, oh no, the back air comes out and the tether won't grab the ledge once again. But even still, we should see more opportunities for the players to kind of adapt going forward.
Yeah, absolutely. And YWN, I mean, pulling out two different moves of stock, really have a lot up their sleeve that they could show us moving forward.
And that was the big talking point at the start of the broadcast. One, Steve up smash will close a stock, but if you are able to adapt resources grabbed, Steve trying to zone out, trying to get a couple more projectiles, but there's that minecart value, able to get a little bit more. The up smash comes out. Is it enough? It is!
He has a couple projectiles that he can use that could displace Kazuya on this map.
Yeah, look at these setups right now. Oh, the down air sends Kazuya.
How you can dodge that laser beam because it comes out so fast and it does so much damage. But yeah, I mean, he's doing a really good job of being able to avoid, well, couldn't avoid that one. But man, Kevin, can you explain to me what the kill button is? Because I hear it's a big deal. It's this little thing that just pops up and it gets all glowy. What is it?
Yeah, so when Kazuya hits, strong forward out. So it is wild to see just how well people are able to keep things going, as
much damage his moves do.
Yeah, here it is again. The rage drive, the kill button is online, but you do need to get out of the minecart first. But the up special goes back in a combo for as long as possible. We will get the next match in this series. We got AJ versus Golf, a Falco Ness matchup, which, yeah, that's going to play a pretty big factor in here, especially with Ness's PK fires. You got to be very careful with your options as we see the PK flag fire and the percentage builds quickly.
And so how quickly do you get your abilities back, do you think, or is it just dependent on person to person?
Oh, wow, awkward spot to be. AJ will go down there. But when you're looking for your double jump, you will get it back if you can land back on the stage. If you use it out there, you are... Yeah, it's definitely the kind of move that if your opponent's far enough away, you can throw it out pretty comfortably. That was a very aggressive PK Thunder, as well as a very confirm a stock taken that way. As here comes those cutscenes, Bailey. We are seeing a full 53% combo, but one miss hit into the PK Fire, PK Thunder, to kind of force the combo again to start things off. AJ is calling out a lot of tech options to get things rolling, and it is paying off in a ton of percentage as he goes all the way off for the stock. The
forward. Me, but it's very impressive to see.
Yeah, that is definitely a mark of a true, like, someone who is very good at Smash Brothers Ultimate. You will see it risk the reversal, risk potentially not making it back, but with the reward of potentially taking a stock, it can pay off so well. But He's down one stock for now. It does burn the double jump, will eat a bit of combo damage as the PK Thunder is used. Doesn't get the tech situation off of Battlefield. Is that you're dealing with a bird that can fly at you at any given point. The Falco combos are online. Golf trying to dash forward, get control of center stage, will survive the back air. And see Golf doing a good job down, jumping over the Falco approach, trying to get that back air. Definitely still has a lot of stake in this match, but needs to be very. That's brutal.
That is so brutal. My goodness. It's an unfortunate way to go.
Yeah. And because of that, look at that, AJ, solid, and keep it close to your chest.
Absolutely.
Because it will pay dividends.
Yes, it seems this Ness is trying to be careful, but not going to be able
the combo game is strong. A forward smash call out on the landing will be able to secure upwards of 95%, and Golf throws the PK Thunder. Can be your greatest ally as we see Golf holding back to try and get away from AJ, but the PK Thunder is used just a little. So, one laser, looking for the down tilt to close things out. Golf doing a good job getting back onto the stage.
Deflect.
Yeah, and there's that
go.
side. Nando can take advantage of that. It can really make a world of difference. Sonic hits. Ooh.
Yeah, and I mean, being able to dodge that, especially mid-air, is extremely hard. Just because there's not much you can do, and there we go. We lost all the double, getting Sonic off the map.
Yeah.
And Sonic's recovery, is it pretty good, would you say?
Yeah, it's pretty solid. It's middle of the pack or so.
So launching him is going to be a little harder.
Right. Now, Nando being at a high percent will lose the stock this time around.
Rockets and stuff, but unfortunately not going to be able to get away from that one.
Yep, and that means that now Nando looking for an opportunity to get back on stage. The up B goes a little. We see anything else? It will most likely come into play later, as the neutral special from Sonic will mean that the belt giver will require Nando to kind of sit back and get that game plan going. But when you're caught in these awkward spots where Sonic can just match and catch up to you so fast, connect, but I don't think it was what Nando wanted in that situation, as the charge shot is trying to call out the landing.
Yeah, no, but I mean, Nando is definitely getting better at
way. And Nando does have the time to set up.
No, absolutely. But I mean, Sonic is just being unforgiving.
Yeah, he doesn't have a double jump. He can't make it. Goes a little wider to keep a good spacing game, but at the same time allows players to take advantage of that, as well as the stages, platforms will swap. As we see, the belt giver try to look for the forward air there. It does go back.
Fight the good fight.
I'm standing on the edge of a cliff. Realize there must be more to life than this. Reaching for the stars, traveling so far, like a dragonfly. Just grab my hand from heaven's send. With me tonight, I run away. We'll never forget the past, but what counts is our brand new start. Even if it hurts me or I get scared, just come take this risk now. We'll be prepared. I run away. Reaching for the stars, traveling so far.